All right, guys, if you don't know, if you haven't been with or aren't aware of Dr. Mick Live, first off, he's a great guy, and you'll want to check him out. He's a great streamer, but he's a licensed family and couple therapist, and has like 3 degrees. It's just an incredibly intelligent man, and I have a tremendous amount of respect for him and really enjoy him. So we're going to be talking back and forth, but we were just discussing, and he's not going to be muting as people ask him mental health questions. We'll all kind of be a part of the conversation, so it'll be on both sides. So this is going to be a little bit less chaotic. We're staying at 3. We didn't go to 4 to kind of keep it quieter and have it a little bit more conversation focused. Obviously, there will be points where the game takes precedent, but in general, we're going to try and kind of do this as a little bit more of a closer to his style, where the game's much more secondary and the conversation's more primary. All right, sandwich is down. Gonna run to the bathroom. Be right back. And then we'll get going. Oh my. Got milk? I do have some. I look back at an interesting time. Hi Chibi, how you doing? Oof, I sneezed. Now again, but with ears. No can do. Playing DBD with Totes. I hope you're having a great time. Hi, Orphan. Thank you for the 2 months. Hello back to you. I mean, isn't a Reuben... What is a Reuben? I forget. Fruit jam? Is there peanut butter on that? I'd probably say... rhubarb. I'd probably say peanut butter and jelly, meat, rhubarb. A sandwich. Oh. Isn't the Reuben that's one that's always on rye? Is that the rye? You got a sun-kissed parakeet. Was trying to figure out a name and came up with one that I find hilarious. Parasol. Parakeet, para, sun, sol. Parasol. Nice. Yes, this looks a lot like Scotch. If there's one thing that milk and Scotch do, it's looked similar. Oh, Reuben is Thousand Island and sauerkraut on rye. Yeah, the sauerkraut throws the whole thing off. Hey, by the way, I got my WinG keybind working. And I'm very excited about this. I'm not sure where they're doing their voice. Or if they're doing it on mine. They might be doing it on mine. The WinG keybind. Yeah, it's the Xbox One. I got my wing working. In-game? Ew. No, there's no way. In-game ain't a thing. In-game doesn't exist. FB, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Now to do it all over again. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm excited. I love chatting with Dr. Mick. And Jared is also a therapist and incredibly smart and credentialed and stuff. So I'm of the two men, or I guess the three of us, I'm the idiot. I'm the local idiot. I just have to remember how Briggs laid out. FB, thank you again. I just want to make sure that you are aware that I appreciate you and what you do. I'm not saying I'm not smart. I'm just saying of the three of us compared, I'm not the smartest. Or I'm the least smart. That doesn't make me unsmart. I'm usually a pretty on the ball sort of guy. Sometimes on accident I'm on the balls and it's just that's a whole other thing. But local nerd? Wow. Wow. I'm getting complimented and roasted at the same time. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my hands. Why am I getting... All I'm finding is bananas. They've left their bananas everywhere. I'm just cleaning up their bananas. Literally nothing but bananas. It's got to be that they're leaving him behind. You're like, well, I'll take that, but I ain't bringing the banana. How can I leave the bananas behind when it's the banana Bugatti? This doesn't make sense. Am I alone? At the moment, but we'll have friends. Oh, that's Jared. He's got a lovely dress on. Oh. Yes, sir. I can totally make that boat. Right about there. What? Bit too much. Bit too much. Bit too much. Forward. Forward. No. Ow. 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 Ow.
God, what am I coming in on?
Hi. How you doing? I was aiming for the boat and I overshot and aimed for my leg. How you doing?
I'm doing fabulous, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Oh, I'm limping. Yeah, you're welcome to, like, you know, whenever we meet in voice, like, if I'm not ready, then I just go, either I don't join the channel or else I'm muted and deafened, so you never have to just...
See,
so you know my policies,
it must be nice,
you know?
It must be nice to, like, not have it be your first stream when you do this, because there's so many things I have to learn and how to do better.
It's, you know, I mean, you pick it up as you go. I am having my 5-year anniversary, so, you know, like, that, I've been doing it for a half minute.
That's not tonight, is it?
No, it's actually the can I say I don't want to, you know, I don't want to advertise on your stream. That would
advertise
that would
it.
be horrific.
Advertise it. Go.
Advertise it. It's June 23rd, so it's in just a few days, and I'm excited.
Well, you should be.
If I hadn't have, if I hadn't have been promoted to customer by my company, then I had planned on quitting. Like my long-term plan 6-9 months ago was to give them my 2 weeks to literally the Monday 2 weeks before that day, so that I would start it as my first. You know, the ow. I'm just breaking
big day.
I'm just breaking my legs. But yeah, it was gonna be a day. It's one of those with COVID, with me being who I am, and things that are happening, just things are lining up. Like almost all of my plans have been scuffed in some way. But we're just working with it, and we're gonna, you know, it's still gonna be hopefully a fun day, and everyone can have a good time. So
I'm sure it will be. Jared, are you in here?
I am.
Hi, Jared. How you doing?
Cool. We got you.
Good, man. How are you?
I'm all right. It's good to hear from you. Sorry you're not feeling great.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you for the well wishes.
Yeah.
This is why we do this. We get our mind off of things. We get our mind off our physical sensations, and we get right into the brain.
Oh.
Right into relationships, you know?
Talking relationships. I actually have a heavy one for you to start you off whenever we're ready to sail and dig in. Also, but before that, do you guys leave bananas behind? Because I tell you, I just looted 4 million bananas out of all these barrels that had nothing else in it, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah, I'm a coconut man.
I mean, listen, I'm a watermelon guy if you may give me a choice, but
That doesn't surprise me given your getup.
Nonetheless, I just, you know, I find that I carry what I can, and, you know, all that. But
yeah,
I'm sure I'd be
bananas behind. I used to not, but I do now.
Yeah, I'm sure I'd be impressed by your melons if I could see them, Zine.
Well.
Also, Skeet Skeet would like to say hello.
Hi, Skeet Skeet. I am supposed to at some point take him and then launch him out of a cannon.
No way. No way. Oh my God. I can't believe I just trusted you. Skeet Skeet. Holy shit.
I literally I didn't even run. Like, I took a half step and then I'm immediately
so stressed
stopped.
out. Zine, is this the doozy you were going to throw at me?
No. You can take him back if you want, if you're feeling. Because Skeet Skeet is adorable, by the way. I love the banana outfit. That's actually pretty great.
Hold the right mouse.
Do I have to hold him out to you? Okay.
Uncle Zine scared me there.
He doesn't trust me. Actually, my doozy involves pets, but it's a bigger, broader topic that is not the lightest we'll ever have. So, you know, it can wait until you feel as such time is correct.
I mean, now it's cool. I want to just give a quick, because I think most of your people know who I am.
Uh-huh.
If your peeps don't know who Jared is a very dear friend of mine, and Jared also has a degree in marriage and family therapy. So it's 2.5 therapists on stream tonight. So Jared always has really awesome thoughts about things too. So if you're cool with double whammy on the answers to the whatever it is that you got, then let's go. Let's get right into it.
Let's go. Yeah, I was explaining, basically, kind of, giving streaming orientation a little bit, and I was just saying that, you two are by far the credentialed folks. So I'll be the dummy on tonight's voyage, which doesn't make me dumb, but you guys have quite a bit more expensive papers to prove how smart you are than I do.
Very expensive, yes.
Some would say overly expensive. I am some.
I am some as well. Like, I appreciate what they do, but at the current rates, I feel like, dang, this thing is already going so fast. I'm like, I'm used to a sloop that's sailing into the wind most of the night.
Yeah, we're hauling ass tonight, gentlemen.
So, here's where we're at. This is, and again, this isn't the lightest, but it's a topic for you. I have a pet. Her name is Chloe, and she is 14 and a half years old and deteriorating pretty fast. And I know how life works. I know how these things go, and I love her dearly. But it's going to be time to say goodbye to her, and it's looking like sooner rather than later. And I think even broader than pets, but I wanted to ask, is there anything relating to the grief process that changes, if at all, or how does it change, and if it does, when you have that forewarning and you can prepare versus when it's sudden? And is there different ways that you should respond or react, or is it, just you got to deal with it as it happens? I mean, obviously there's an anxiety component of knowing what's coming and fearing it, but knowing it's inevitable. But, how does that change the grieving process for someone?
Well, first of all, I'm sorry to hear about your dog. That's rough.
It is what it is, but yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
So the thing that I would say about this is one of the. All right, bear with me on this one. One of the cool things about knowing that it's coming, whether it's a human relationship or a pet relationship, is that you can go through the grief process with the person or animal, in this case, that you're grieving the loss of.
Mm-hmm.
And that can actually be a really powerful thing, because you can reminisce while you are still like holding the dog, like with the dog. You can, you can do a ritual, like rituals with her, all these sorts of things, and sort of allow yourself to grieve while she's around and kind of share in that experience, as opposed to when something's instant. It's often harder because you have to do it, like post-mortem or post-mortem's not the right word, but you know what I mean. Like you sort of have to do it without the dog there. And I think, pet relationships are very similar to human relationships in terms of the attachment you can have to them. And so being able to grieve that attachment injury before the dog goes, I think is awesome. So really just being present with that process and appreciating that process, I think, can be really helpful. I've known a lot of humans who have said that with other humans, it's been really awesome and transformative to grieve with the person who is going to lose, as opposed to being in denial about it up until their death. So I would venture to say it's the same thing with pets. And I mean, I'd be curious on your thoughts on it too, Jared, because you have more experience with pets than I do.
Turn the boat around.
Yeah. So grief is really difficult, because I am of the belief that there isn't really a quote unquote right way to grieve.
Right.
I think when you get into that mindset of the right way, then you're kind of setting yourself up for, for lack of a better term, failure, because the moment you do something that's not right, it's just going to bring you down even more. You kind of have to let grief happen, especially when it's like at its highest. Like, when that day does come, there isn't going to be a right way. You're going to be flooded with emotions. All this stuff's going to be happening for you, and if you're focusing on like doing what's right, you're just going to get more and more frustrated.
Left.
So
left.
Yeah, the wheel doesn't want to turn.
Oh my gosh.
Straight on. Okay.
Ooh. We gotta have to grieve the loss of the front of our boat for a little bit.
I'm gonna go repair, but sorry, continue on. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, no, I'm actually. There's only one skull here. I thought there was a mermaid statue here, but there's not. So it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, no, I think that's the biggest thing to remember is not trying to put yourself into the box the right way. I
Right.
do really agree with Ryan in that since you are in a space of kind of knowing it's coming, this is a really really awesome time to just focus on the time that you have with your dog.
Right.
Spend it, kind of do some things that you always do, but just kind of be more present in the moment when you're doing those things.
Oh, for
Maybe
sure.
even do some special stuff. I always like to preface that it might be harder in the moment when you're doing that, but that's okay. It's okay to recognize that and to feel that. And again, the biggest thing about grief is you can't beat yourself up
Right.
for being sad.
Which happens
That's
all
what-
too often.
Yeah, that's the point of grief. Like grief is like, hey, this thing that sucks is happening to you, and you are allowed to be in a place where you're like, this really sucks. I'm allowed to feel these things. But yeah, those are probably my two biggest takeaways. Pets are really, really tough.
Yep.
For a multitude of different reasons. But just really giving yourself that allowance to be sad and to experience those different range of emotions, I think is super, super important.
Right.
That's like the biggest thing. And oh yeah, that's it. Anticipatory grief is also a thing. Like
Yep.
you're grieving the fact that you're going to be grieving
Right.
now.
The anxiety
so-
component
so-
kind of.
Yep. That's another thing that you have to remember. Like if you feel like you're really honestly, the whole thing is if you feel like you shouldn't be feeling something, there's a good chance that you probably should be feeling it.
Right.
Or that you just are.
Yeah. So don't beat yourself up. It's tough. I have only ever had one real pet in my life, and I lost him like 2 weeks ago. Or not 2 weeks ago. Oof, no. Almost 2 years ago, and I still wake up and I'm sad about it. Because pets are just different.
Oh yeah. No, for sure. And
So
and
it's hard.
I, at least for me personally, don't have, don't have any concern or anything about feeling the emotion because it's, you care about them, you love them, they're one of your family members, and that's how it is. And so that's not a concern for me. But I wasn't sure, like, I obviously, like you said, there's you can take that time to have those special moments and kind of seek closure together. And to kind of spend that, but which you don't have if it's a sudden thing. But I guess everybody wants to know how to mitigate grief, and the reality is there's just not a way. You have to
By
experience
doing
it.
it.
You have to deal it. You have to deal with it and live it.
Yeah, you mitigate grief by actually grieving.
Yeah.
By the way, this is something that I don't often hear talked about when we talk about grieving pets as opposed to humans. But something that your pet can't do that really sucks for humans is your pet can't tell you how much you meant to them. And I think that is something that people, you kind of look at it and go, well, duh, it's an animal. But like, there is something about the grief process with humans that a lot of people will find closure if in that time the person who's going to die says, hey, I really appreciate what you meant to me, and I'm going out, with that thought and in my mind. And there's kind of a complex part with pets where you never get to hear your pet say that. Like you can know it intuitively, but it's a one directional grief. And that can be really odd.
Right. And you don't
For
know
a
whether they
person.
understand what's happening, whether their
Right.
feelings, etc.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn, man, you weren't kidding. That's good stuff. I mean, the circumstances suck for it,
Yeah.
but it's a great question because my chat started blowing up as soon as you asked that question and talking about like pets and stuff because I know that's something that hits home for a lot of people.
And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it some more, like there's a pretty good chance that a lot of that grieving process isn't even going to be able to take place until after it happens.
Right.
Because a lot of it's not going to be, quote unquote, real until it happens.
Yeah.
And another way you can kind of help mitigate that I think is really awesome is just through like rituals and stuff like that, remembrance and stuff with the pet.
Right.
And I mean, you can start playing those now. It's up to you, but that's also something that's going to be really, really awesome to do after the pet is gone. Whether it's through anniversaries or, you know, setting up a little spot in your house of remembrance, all that fun stuff.
Right.
So yeah.
I mean, and one of the things that makes me feel a little bad about Chloe, and obviously I love her, and I'm going to be very sad, but she was abused when I got her, and she was a bit of a rescue, and so she's never been terribly trusting of people, which is understandable. But it means that we haven't grown quite as close, and so there's always that like slight feeling of grief that it's like I should feel. I mean, it's not that I don't feel, it's not that I don't care, but I know that it'll be more devastating when with the last dog that I lost, or actually with so I had Baby, who was like my first real my pet, and that was really tough, and I let her go 5 years ago and still remember her. And then Buffy and I are really close, but it's interesting just how we find ways to feel guilty and to but it's a natural process, and just gotta kind of handle it as it comes. I've given her the best life I can, so I don't feel bad about that at all. But it's just you hate to see it, really.
Yeah. Somebody asked in my chat if grief ever really ends. I would argue no. It just changes.
That's an interesting one. I would agree. I mean,
it just changes.
Mm-hmm.
Usually people who grieve will hit a point where they recognize like the first day or the first week where they did not think about the thing they were grieving, and will often meet that with judgment and guilt.
Yeah. I've forgotten them.
Yeah, and it's just because it changes. Like it's not the intensity of the initial grief is not sustainable, and usually will wane, and that's a normative process of the way that people develop through transitions. But grief. There's this like myth out there, or this like weird idea that people get, and I've never been able to figure out where the message explicitly comes from, that grief is something that you get over. Like, when will you be over this person dying, or over the loss of whatever? And like, it's not that. It's just a continued acknowledgement, but the acknowledgement changes, and there's usually less emotional intensity that goes along with it.
That's it. I mean, I feel like I agree with what you said, but I also think that there's a more practical application of what they're asking, which isn't when will I no longer feel anything, but when will it no longer feel debilitating and impactful, right. and there is obviously a line there, but the thing is that's not a line. It's just an ongoing thing. It's like it's just a part of you that you now have to treat and tend to, and it becomes, I don't know if habitual is the right word, but just something that you integrate into your existence. But my brother died, oh goodness, over 25 years ago, and it's not difficult for me to talk about, but it's still like I can still look at things in my life and say that was not shaped solely by that, but it influenced it, it changed it, So,
of course.
So yeah, I agree that it's never you're over it, okay, things are fine, but each day becomes a little bit better sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that there's ups and downs, of course, there's peaks and valleys, but overall the median just slowly kind of lowers. There's a ship out in front of us. It's a sloop.
Oh yeah, I've been chasing it while we've been talking.
Oh, okay. I'm on top of things. Like, literally, I'm on the crow's nest.
Oh, it's yeah. I've been subtly
moving towards
getting us ready to battle, especially since we have the wind. So
we don't have a super large amount of cannonballs, but we probably have enough for a sloop.
Yep. Somebody in my chat said was saying that like when you lose somebody or something, that like there's a hole that never quite gets filled, and I hear people say things like that a lot, especially like in therapy when they're talking about grief. And one of the things that I have found to be sort of like, I don't want to say successful, that's a weird word to use, but is when people find something that they can see us growing from the grief, whether it's a sense of purpose or if it's like physically actually planting a tree or something like that, where there's this thing that grows in remembrance of it. And it doesn't have to be something physical, but it can be kind of like internal mentally. Like sometimes people will say like, you know, I found this newfound conviction, or I found this hobby, or I found this just this means of reminiscing or showing up in my current relationships that are different, and I do
They're off to
that as
starboard.
part of ritualizing my the grief and the loss. And I think that's a really cool way for people to move through the grieving process, instead of seeing it in this like deficit perspective of something is forever lost and I'll never get it back, being things are now different and I can try to find things to grow from that that are maybe in the honor of that thing. It's just, yeah, grief's hard and it's unique to everybody, and I always hate to see when people put pressure on themselves to grieve differently than they are. Oh, here we
Fire.
go, gentlemen.
That was actually from the island.
Oh, okay.
Is it? Okay.
I think they saw us coming and they are
Yeah,
booking it.
they're noping out of this as fast as they can. Hey. Just sails with your turn.
I can't see super well, so
So they're turning to the right.
okay.
Yeah, they just turned hard
They're
right.
turning with the wind, so we'll be able to catch them. They
Yeah.
also have an emissary flag, and it's a pretty high level from what I can see, so this may be good. Can one of you turn the back sail so that we
I
can?
fell off the boat.
The back sail
shit.
is tilted to the wind.
We're gonna be turning.
Oh yeah, I'll adjust it as we
Yeah.
can.
I wonder what these guys are gonna do. Let's see. Do you feel the dichotomy of the celebrating the life of mentality rituals frames the grief in a way that dulls?
They just
ease or
rammed
grief?
the island. They literally rammed the island. They are beached.
All right. Sails up. Zine, if you can get that front sail up, we can
I'm
kind of
coming
open
now.
fire on them. Because now we're going too damn fast. God damn it. Ugh. I'm gonna spin us. We're friendly. We're friendly. Let's form an alliance. All right. Say okay to them, and then we're gonna open fire when we get a better
No.
angle.
Well, don't do that.
That's not appropriate.
It brings out the worst in me. Siora, I would argue that finding those rituals is done while the person is acknowledging whatever the emotional experience they're having with the grief is. You don't have to be like happy in order to do those things. All right, so do we want to engage in negotiations?
Already did.
All right. Jared asks, what kind of alliance are we talking? Yeah, what do you guys got for us?
they're talking the we're out of here alliance. Their sails are down and they're going.
Sails down. Let's
Oh,
go.
they just flipped us into the wind. That was actually really smart if they're trying to get away.
It was.
That was genius. The sloop's the fastest straight into the wind.
That's right.
Man, there was another guy on that island.
Let's tell him to. Is there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see him. Tell him to slow down so we can talk. Is there a way to help yourself get out of grief? Like I say, you don't get out of grief so much as you move through it. It's an ongoing process. So, you know, if grief is causing distress and impacting daily functioning, I would argue that seeing a therapist is one of the absolute best things you could ever do. There are also a lot of grief support groups that are really helpful.
Let's keep an eye on ladders, just in case. We were going pretty slow there for a second.
Down on the sail.
All right, so these guys are gonna probably be frustrated at us for chasing them. I'm kind of hoping we get a Meg or some ghost ships that'll mess. They do have an alliance flag.
Yeah, their
though.
alliance flag is up. I noticed that earlier.
Yeah, but sometimes that's a tactic that people use to lure you in and then take you out.
Sure.
It is. We have way too much
Du-
experience.
duplicitous.
It's just like.
I
man.
mean, I guess they could, but I don't really see them trying to hit ladders. Is it a 2-to-1 or 2-to-3? But maybe.
Yeah.
No, I mean if you sneak on just the right way, you can take out 3 real quick. Oh, baby.
A
What'd I get?
triple. It's like they're sitting in the water, but then so are we. This wind is brutal.
Oh, whoops. I didn't.
So, I've always seen it like in grief and the loss and stuff, and it kind of runs a little bit counter to what you were saying, and I'm not saying I'm right, but with the there's not an actual whole. But one thing that I saw for myself that I found to be visualized is that I felt like my feelings and my emotions and my sense of self was kind of a blanket or something that as other people join my life, they kind of get interwoven into this. And when they, when they leave my life in a griefful way, then they're extracted kind of violently, and they're almost ripped from the blanket. And over time, I'm able to kind of re-sew that back together, but the tapestry or the blanket is, the cloth, however you want to look at it, is forever changed, and that's always a kind of a part of what I have left. And yes, I can heal, I can close that hole, I can make it to where it's all there, but I'm never quite the same. I don't have quite the same shape because, again, that kind of runs counter to there was a hole left behind, but I found that to be, at least in terms of how the long-term effect of changing who you are and the person that you are kind of helped me visualize as I kind of put that together.
I think that's cool. I don't know that runs counter. That sort of speaks to just how the process is conceptualized differently for different people. Like, nothing you just said to me sounds weird or off or wrong at all.
Yeah, me either.
I'm sort of letting that analogy or that metaphor that you use kind of sink in. I think that's really powerful stuff. Have you found that to be, have you found that mentality to bring you, peace is maybe not the right word, but have you found that has had a,
right,
like a profound effect on you in some ways to have that mindset, Zine? You don't have to answer that question, but
no,
really
I don't mind. I don't mind answering that way.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, too much.
No, I was just I was groaning because of the slingshot.
Yeah, I did it a little too hard. Sorry.
That's all right.
I get that a lot. No, the thing in all of my experience with grief, and I'm not there's certainly people who've grieved more and there's people who've grieved less, but in all of my experience with grief,
before you go on, never ever compare your grief to somebody else.
Right. I right.
PSA.
Did they just shot at us?
Yeah, they did. Yep, we're firing. We're firing, gentlemen.
That makes it a go time.
We'll talk grief once those guys grieve the loss of their boat. You're gonna take shots at us. We're gonna take shots at you. All right, we got cannons at the angle we need. So fire away, gents.
I've got them hooked.
And watch out for them. Watch for them to drop off the boat and climb onto ours.
God, I can't quite get angle.
Yeah, we're just a bit off for angle.
There we go.
Oh shit! I don't have any cannonballs in my pocket, so this one's on you guys. I'm just gonna keep driving. Oh, we're gonna run right into the.
Yeah, we both did.
Just mess them up.
There goes their masts.
Oh. Watch out for ladders.
Yep, I'm watching.
All right, yeah, give me a call out as soon as anything bad happens.
Oh, I'm watching ladders. Just keep doing your thing.
Are they under? Why aren't they?
They might have gone for the
island.
The island. How do you steal their flag?
I didn't see them hop out.
Do you have to actually sink them?
Yeah, the boat has to sink.
They are not on here?
They're not on the boat at all?
They are.
All right, bring them up top if you can, Zine.
One's dead.
Nice. Put their anchor down.
I mean, their mast is down. They're dead in the water. There's no one else.
Oh, shit.
I don't know where the other guy is.
We got water coming into us.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna patch it, and then I'm gonna cannonball. Did you get the other one?
No, there's only one there.
I think he's on the island. I think the other guy dipped out to the island.
I wonder if they're trying to sell the anchor or the flag or something.
We are also on the fire island, so that's something we have to keep in mind.
Yep.
He might be hiding, so be careful of any crevices.
Man,
That's
this is a brutal angle. I'm gonna try to.
No one's
turn
down
us.
here.
Can you put that front sail up?
Yeah.
keep an eye on their boat. I'm in the water right now.
Yep.
They're back on. I can see him.
Yep, I see one on.
He's
Yep.
jumping.
He's on the dock.
He's
Once
jumping
this
in
is
the
up-
water. Their boat's gonna burn.
You missed.
All right.
He's in the water now.
Yep.
On the ladder.
There he is.
He's trying to come to our boat.
Yeah, he is.
He doesn't know I'm here.
I'm
He's
straight. Nice, dude. That
Scene. Nice.
was a hell of a flank, dude. That was awesome.
Nice.
All right, now we got the angle with the cannons. So fire away, Jared.
Zine, they had a lot of cannonballs in their thing, by the way.
All right, that's probably good. Let's not waste more
They're
cannonballs.
not taking on water very much. God damn it.
They're not?
No, not that I can see.
No, we're just like missing the bottom with this angle. Also, Brian, we're at the island, so if they die, they come back from the bar, so be aware of that.
Okay,
I'm gonna pop back over to the boat.
that's fine. You can also pour some water into their boat.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna watch I'm gonna watch the boat and watch the spawn.
All right, they're going down.
Here it goes. Yep. Okay, so he might spawn on the island.
Yeah, I can't steal cannonballs anymore.
Yeah, I managed to get. I got 10 from him. All right, so we want that
Who's that?
flag.
I think I see a guy up. Who is that up by the bar? There's a guy like standing up there.
It might be him. I don't think there's anybody who usually stands outside of the bar.
I don't either, but that's not hitting.
PC-wise.
Unless I'm out of range. But do you see him? Do you see what I'm talking about? I see another
There he
shadow.
goes. There he goes. He's running up. He's running up right now.
Yeah.
I hit him once.
I don't have my. He ate. He just ate, so he got some more health. Here, let me get a sniper out.
I got one. I'm watching you, Zine.
He's right here.
Oh shit! There's a guy up on the rock. Zine to the left.
Left.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
got him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice
Guy's
hit.
down. Oh, was the other one?
Boom, baby.
Was there two? Or is that him?
I didn't see the
I'm
other one on
not
the
sure
rock.
if there's two. There is
That
a
was
mermaid.
that was the guy that we were chasing over. Yeah,
There is
he's,
a.
he's definitely still around here.
Okay.
All right, we're out of range for the harpoon, so let's keep an eye out for that other guy.
Keep
I
watching.
think they got rid of their flag.
No, they didn't pull it down, and you can't
Oh,
sell
no.
it here.
There it is.
It's definitely
You
here.
got it?
I
Okay.
got it. There
I
looks
wa- I
like there's
really
a
wanna
second
know
one.
who-
There's two flags over here.
Oh, nice. They probably took somebody else's then.
Good stuff.
Oh, I see who you're talking about.
Yeah, do you see that? Like, I want to know who that is.
No, that's an NPC. That guy hangs out outside of the bar. I know exactly who that guy is.
Oh, okay.
I think he's probably part of a later quest.
Karen,
He
I
always
saw
hangs
that
out there.
5,000
Alright,
bits.
I don't see anybody else. So I'm gonna
Thank
go
you
try
so
and help
much.
you get stuff in, Zine.
It's Pepper's life well lived. She's
That was
been
solid.
great.
That was solid stuff.
She actually we've discovered she has Cushing's, and
hold on.
we're trying to treat it, and it's not going well.
Make sure they're not
So
hiding.
I don't know whether she has it in her.
There
She's
is a
14 and a
mermaid
half,
for
almost
sure.
15. I don't know
Oh,
whether
wait,
she
that-
has it in
okay.
her to make it through it, and so that's kind of where that's at the moment. All right. See whether I can grab any of this.
Yeah, if Ryan just swims it over like shortly, you can grab it, and that'll decrease our time for sure.
So some of that is a delivery request that's been tainted. Because
that
they're like
is-
fine silks.
Yeah, the fine silks are done.
They're toast. So
Yeah.
I'm bringing the fruit crate on board. I'm just glad we have those emissary flags. We can go to the Reaper and see what we can do with those.
Okay, we're facing away, right? I'm gonna give us just a little oof out, just a bit. See if we can get just a little range. Sorry to start with such a heavy topic and everything like
Oh
that.
no,
but,
it's fine, dude.
but yeah, the emotional tapestry analogy thing is one that I kind of have liked, and I feel like it helps me to understand or visualize how you can become whole again, but yet it does leave you changed, and you kind of have those scars or those rips or cuts or however you want to look at it, but that you over time repair them, and you know, you have a new normal.
Yep, absolutely. Are we on? Are we at Devil's Ridge, by the way?
I don't know. You have to check the map. I don't think so. I don't think that's the name of an outpost.
Most of this we don't care
might be.
about. Yeah,
We're on the
almost.
fire island.
I don't know whether
Whoa.
the crate of luxurious cloth is ruined or not, but
It
Yeah.
probably is.
Still
okay.
in the
Then
turret.
everything else is just delivery stuff. It's not even
If
the
the-
genre. Oh,
If this is Kraken's Fall or Devil's Ridge, we've
It's
got
definitely
stuff carrying
Kraken's
it.
Fall. That might be Devil's Ridge. Check the map.
so that was a Merchant Alliance Grade 5, and we are at Morrow's Peak.
Okay,
okay.
I'm gonna dump all this off the boat then.
And
Devil's
level
Ridge,
five-
what we kind of circled that I believe that Jared was on when we were in the storm.
in my mind, level 5 merchant flag means we take that straight to the Reaper.
Oh, 100%,
Yeah,
100%.
because that'll
Okay.
get us a lot of gold. And ooh, that a rowboat.
All right, you gonna bring that over?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Good stuff.
Give
Okay,
me a
so
little
that's
bit of-
just west by
cover, just in
northwest.
So somebody asked, can I ask, do you think you become sort of immune from grief if there's been a lot in your circle? Like you just stop hearing death news because it's something you had to protect your own self from feeling? Not sure if I'm making sense. So you can habituate to grief in some ways. Like if it's something you experience a lot of, people build up a degree of resiliency to it.
What's up,
but
Grant?
numbness
Good
to
to see
grief,
you. Hope you're doing well, man.
I don't know. I think it may mean
we
that a
haven't
person
chatted a
doesn't
lot, but
experience
I've
the emotions of grief
Seen you
more
blow up, and
intensely.
it's been kind of fun.
But
Jealous of that
numbness to it,
Samsung
I don't-
contract.
I don't know that that's the case unless that's been a coping strategy that has been developed over time to numb.
Good night, Mary.
Yeah.
Hard for me to answer that any further without knowing the person, but it's a very interesting question in terms of habituation.
You guys can go ahead because I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this boat over here with the water rocking. Like I can't.
You have the harpoon boat, so if you harpoon us and
Here we go. Never mind. I got it.
crack it in, okay.
I think you were
I'm gonna
sitting at the
turn-
non-oars seat, which is really easy to do.
I was indeed. Yes.
You always
Yeah, I was
feel like the genius. You're like, yep, that was what that's okay. That's
All right.
that's
Point
how
me
that
in
went
the,
down.
Point me in the right direction,
West
gentlemen.
by
I'm pretty sure we have to
northwest?
go east, but north by
West.
northwest.
West by northwest.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which is not east, by the way. Just so we're clear. But I'm used to you in maps, so
Somebody just sent me a message that was in your chat, Zine. They said, any sort of necessary sort of coping strategies, I guess, for dealing with relatives being lost to Alzheimer's as they don't recognize you.
That's
Can you
rough.
ask me? So my mom works in a life care facility where she deals with post-stroke victims and also people who have Alzheimer's. She does occupational therapy with people who have Alzheimer's and are post-stroke. And one of the things with Alzheimer's that is really devastating for people is that the person will forget sometimes who you are. And Alzheimer's is...
LLB,
I
it's
mean,
great to
dementia
see
too.
you.
They're both really devastating
You've been on my mind.
diseases. They're awful for the family around them, as much as they are sometimes scary for the person who's going through them. There's a grief process that you have to go through while the person is there, but also not entirely there. And that can be a really distressing
FB, thank you for the gifted sub to
thing.
Grant.
And
Crystal, thank you for
is-
the 200 bits.
I think for some people it's really hard to look at a person that you
Don't worry, I'll take care of Buffy. Vanessa,
know
thank
who
you for
they
41
are,
months.
and they look back and don't quite know who you are. That
Or-
can be really, really a devastating thing. And I think to the extent a person can, that a family can grieve that together and recognize that it's not personal. That's the best, because it can be sometimes people can take that personally, and it's really hard not to sometimes. And it's just a really hard thing.
So my grandma is still alive, but has long been gone to Alzheimer's. And for me, she was. We have some barrels up on just to the port, so be careful there. But she was, the cool grandma, the one that I was close to, and all that. Not like my caretaker, but and it was an interesting kind of process for me. I didn't have to. I didn't have to see it daily and everything like that, but to realize that she doesn't remember who I am. She doesn't realize that, like, at this point, she's just gone for me. Like, I know that her body's still alive, but I've mourned and lost my grandmother long ago, and you know, whatever her body decides to do is what her body's going to do. But you know, I kind of had to. I don't know that there's any wisdom in that, but just my experience of just recognizing and understanding that's not them anymore. The personality is unfortunately gone, and so, you know, I don't know the best way to look at it. Sorry, I'm just babbling at this point, but it was an interesting experience
It's a tough experience.
for sure.
It really is.
And I think, you know, they had moved, you know, kind of far away. There's a galleon straight ahead that you're turning towards.
Oh, is okay. Is it a
Literally-
ghost galleon? or
Literally
is it a
straight
different-
ahead. I haven't been able to see yet over the waves. Hard to say. I'm not great at recognizing the difference. It looks like a player galleon to me. It's moving fast, and I didn't see the chunky back end. That looks like a
let's
player to
see.
me.
I'm sorry, I was switching over to cannonballs when you come up here.
It's now northwest.
Okay, we're gonna just kind of slip by.
Oh,
them.
yeah, that's 100% a player galleon.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
running a looks like an alliance flag
Yeah.
and an emissary flag.
There's just a weird sound. Anybody else hear that?
Yeah, I heard a sound cue, but I don't. Usually, that's when I look at. Like I've noticed, I've started getting cues, and you're heading. You need to be heading north, not just west, and you're heading southwest.
Yeah, this damn ocean keeps turning me, so I'm trying to kind of take a long angle around that galleon, and then we can go back straight up here.
All right, stop turning.
Okay, got it. All right.
And of course, we're headed right to the storm again.
Yes, sir. Stormy evening.
The seas, they be angry.
The sea was angry that day, my friends.
The sound means you're looking at an emissary to the spyglass. Really?
We finally
Ah.
heard it. We finally heard it. Troy was telling us about that.
Yeah.
I really wish that they would put an Easter egg in this game where if you were fishing, there was like maybe a 1 in 1,000 chance you'd pull up a Titleist golf ball. It would make me so happy.
Oh yeah, I meant to ask you. Have you been watching golf?
I watched a tiny little bit today, but I'm actually surprised at how little I watched this weekend. Given
Good
the
night,
fact
Rachel.
that- I think actually,
It's
you know
back.
what? No, I'm not, because the reason I didn't watch it, I remember having this conversation with myself on Thursday, is because it's
Karen,
killing
thank you for
me
the
that I
41
can't
months
golf.
as well.
Oh,
And Madison,
yeah.
And
thank you
so
for the
watching
6
golf
months.
right now if Tiger's not playing.
Babe,
mm-mm.
thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
It's too,
It's
too hard for
Tactics,
me
thank
right
you for the
now,
gifted
'cause
sub,
I'm
and
dying
Frozen River
that
with the
I'm not
16 months.
Able to go out and
Thank
play
you, guys.
golf. I'm being
I appreciate you all.
very.
A Titleist
I
golf
don't
ball,
even know what I'm trying to
LOB.
say. I'm being
It's
very
a
petty about
Seinfeld reference.
golf right now. Like I'm just like I'm being responsible in social distancing, but it's killing me that I'm not golfing. That's how I get outside in the summer. Do you play
Yeah.
golf, Dean?
I do not. I've been a couple times, and my grandparents and my dad all both play. I'm happy to go hang with friends and drink and stuff. But I live really close to a Top Golf, and so I'll meet up with friends and we'll go and we'll hit the balls right there. It's pretty fun.
I'm a big top golfer too, Z, and I live literally 10 minutes away from one now.
I'm less than that in a walking distance.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Without wanting to dox myself too much, but yeah, there's only one in Utah, so
I was just everybody's looking up
yeah,
top golf
everybody's
in
like,
Utah
well,
right
I know
now.
he's in this range, but yeah, they're it's pretty close and it's fun to go to. A little pricey, but still fun.
Yeah.
My wedding reception was at Top Golf in Las Vegas.
Nice.
It was pretty fun.
Oh, you were saying the whole
I'm pretty sure
Seinfeld
I've seen those
quote?
videos
Nice.
of,
I actually don't
Alex
know
swinging
it
in her
that
wedding
well.
dress.
I was surprised you didn't get it, LOB, so that makes
got
more
a wedding
sense.
dress that she could swing a golf club in, and she did. It was pretty awesome.
So, yeah, of course, Lobro, I was in his wedding party.
Who?
So, Lobro, he's a Twitch partner, Lobro TV.
Is he the guy that does that neon
Yeah,
positivity stuff?
yeah. He's a
I've
very
been meaning to check
very
him out.
positive guy. You should look into him sometime. But I was in his wedding party, and you just mentioned your wife and swinging in the golf clubs. His wife, like, they started their reception at like 6 or 5 p.m. or something like that. And I swear to God, his wife was out on the dance floor from the first song and closed the place out, all in her dance, all in her wedding dress and stuff. Like, I was just sitting there, like, watching her, like, I'm tired. I need some water. Like, my cardio is done for the week just watching. And she was just going. I was very impressed. Like, that, I have a lot of, that was a very fun and special experience for me, and one of the good memories from that is just watching Brie going, how is she still moving in that dress? Like, I would just be falling over.
She's got a motor.
Yeah. And then,
yeah, I don't like dancing, so we were able to avoid. We had a first dance at our cocktail party, but which was nice, but then that was kind of it for the dancing, and then we swung golf clubs.
he doesn't dance, he doesn't sing, he doesn't do musicals. Ladies,
Nope.
hold yourselves back. He's a
all I do
man's
is play
man.
a smooth guitar. That's all I'm good for.
He wants to play jazz on his guitar, go golfing, and have a cigar. And let's be honest, there's nothing wrong with a good cigar.
Oh, you smoke cigars, Zane?
On occasion, not very often. I've had maybe like 10 in my life, but
Okay, well, can I call dibs on the 11th?
Sure. I mean, you get like honestly, in terms of like chemically speaking, you get me to where I'm kind of buzzed and a cigar, and it's like that's probably the best I ever feel. Like I'm feeling good. There's no pain. There's no hurting, and I'm not like stupid or anything like that. Like I'm not one to get kind of fall over drunk. But I just like that everything just kind of hits right. But then that's like I've never been able to know whether that's specifically the cigar and the alcohol and stuff, but it's also when I'm in that situation, it's usually a special event. So it's like, is it the event? Is it just a combination of all the things, all the factors lining up? But I've enjoyed a cigar a time or two with a drink or two. Again, that was actually one of it makes me think immediately of Low Rose bachelor party in Vegas and being in a casino. And his friend Josh, me and him we were playing blackjack, and Laura was just watching, and Josh and we played a little bit harder than the others. The others had bowed out, but we were more into the scene than they were. So the rest had kind of left. Lobro was just watching, and Josh and I are playing, and we both put 100 down on the table. And it's pretty late, and we've had we've been out for drinks. We had a fantastic meal. I mean, literally best meal I've ever had. And we're at the table. We're the only ones at the table, and we both put 100 down. And Josh is just pulling chips in, and I'm just pushing chips away. And I go down, and I'm nothing, and he's at like 250, and so I put down another 100. And the pit boss comes around and tells us, 5 more hands, and then we're closing this table. And so I play a little bit and, get like 125 or something in front of me by that fifth hand. And Josh is at like 275, 300. And he's like, the pit boss comes around. The last hand on this table, gentlemen. So we both just push all in. We just
of course.
full push. You
Vegas,
can't
baby.
not. Both of us hit blackjack. Both of us.
Whoa.
It was like this was the best meal I've ever had in my life. I've just been feeling like I'm in Vegas, which I love being in. I'm feeling great because I've got a nice cigar. I'm with and some drinks. I'm with great friends, and then we just have that double hit, and it was just like this is one of
That's
those
glorious.
nights. It's one of those nights. I'll probably never forget that night.
That is glorious, dude.
It was pretty cool. I mean, I basically came out even by the end of it, but you know, I didn't care by that point. That was just fun and exciting.
It's you budget for how much you're willing to lose.
Oh,
right? Like how
absolutely.
much you're willing to
100%.
pay for the fun. So if you come out even,
Yeah,
it's
no,
a win, man.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It's to
We're
me,
coming up on the hideout.
it's a little ways ahead still, but yeah.
I think it's right in the middle of the storm, isn't it? Isn't it?
Turn
It's
to
not
the right
that
just a tad.
far, but
Very small tad.
I can't believe we haven't run into like a Meg or something again. Zine, we played this last night and we had no Megs the entire stream, and then we got to a part where we finally had a ship battle with 2 other ships, and then 2 Megs came.
wow.
Yeah. The second Meg absolutely wrecked it.
So we had to put every piece of treasure we had on our boat on a rowboat, row it like 2 miles to the nearest island while Jared and Sean 2-manned a galleon. It was intense, man. Cigars are the one instance where Dr. Mick lives up to the therapist stereotype. Oh man. My dad is the true definition of a cigar aficionado. My dad he saves every label off of every cigar he's ever smoked.
Wow.
He has a whole stockpile of them, thousands and thousands of them. And for his birthday one year, I went through all of them and tried to find every unique label and made this like big picture thing of it. And we estimate that in his life, he has probably smoked over 600 different cigars.
Wow.
So when I turned 18, my dad was so excited for me to smoke a cigar with him on the golf course. And ever since, I think in part because of just the association I have with cigars to my dad, like
45 degrees to the right.
Okay. I'm pretty big into cigars now. So whenever I hear that people I like are into like cigars or even moderately willing to smoke one, I get real pumped because there's something about for me, it's like this bonding thing.
Right.
And before my bachelor party, we went to this like cigar lounge on the strip, and then went to the esports arena and had a private room afterwards. And those cigars out in that area, like on the strip, were just so good. And me and Jared wore matching T-shirts. That was pretty great too.
Nice. Yeah, there's a restaurant in Vegas that it was, I forget, it was basically Japanese and Brazilian fusion or something like that.
Yeah. I'm trying to
Samba
remember
or
the name, but I
something
think
like
I know
that.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
And it was like for the 5 of us, it was about a $700 meal.
Sounds about right.
But
I can buy this flag. Where is it?
it's up towards the
Sails
front.
up. Sails up.
I was gonna say you don't have to go fully sails up because I can just take it in.
We have, I think we have 2 emissary
We
flags,
should
don't
have 2, yeah.
Oh, we have 2? Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, we got 2. We got a level 5 merchant and we got a skull hoarders.
We're gonna bonk.
That's not too bad.
I
Consider.
got...
Oh, I'll take care of that, Jared. Never mind. You got it.
Anyway, it was
was
just the best
oh,
meal I've had ever, and
I believe that.
it was so, Wagyu beef and
Mm.
just
Oh my God.
I don't remember all the things other than it was just like, oh my god, and I've never been like a huge sushi person, but man, it was everything you could ever want.
If you got good sushi, there are a few things better than top-notch sushi.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Oh my God.
That's the low grade one. Who has the alliance
Yeah,
one?
this one, I'm curious to see how much this one's going to be worth.
Okay.
Some of the best chefs in the world are in Vegas. They sure are. That's part of what made it an absolute blast to live there. Not that I could have, afforded to do that every meal, but like,
Yes, Sushi
Oh my
Samba.
God.
That's the name of the place.
oh,
And I would recommend it to anybody. 10,000.
I like it. I like it.
Imagine how much that'd be if we were running our own emissary flag.
Yeah. Best meal I ever had was in Vegas. I mean, God, I miss Vegas so much.
But yeah, no, I agree with what you're saying of the budgeting and stuff. Like, it's a matter of, you know, like I look at it as an entertainment, like as if I were
Yep.
going to an arcade or something like that. Like, it's not money that I'm coming back with, and then occasionally I get lucky, you know, but
That's it.
that's not the norm. That's just, you know, sometimes that happens, and you're certainly not going to come out of it ultimately ahead. Like, you know, it's certainly not a money maker. But I've always enjoyed gambling, and I get to go with my parents when I go down to visit them. They're like 30, 45 minutes out of Mesquite, or the border town between
Oh shit.
Utah and
Do they live
Nevada.
in
St. George.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I stopped for Burger King in St. George on my drive home to Chicago from Vegas when I moved back, and it was so weird because like people were looking at me weird in the Burger King when I ordered food, and I don't know if it's because like I've been told I have a Chicago dialect, and I don't know if it's because people were like, this guy sounds like he's from the north or something, but I got such weird vibes in the St. George Burger King. I'll never forget. That was the weirdest Burger King experience I've ever had in my entire life.
There's if you go into the right parts of town, there's a lot of polygamists and stuff like that. Like, it's becoming a progressive town on one side, and like is ultra fundamentalist regressive on the other, and it's kind of weird. But anyway, when I visit my parents, then I get to go. So I just ended up making a monthly allocation that's just like, you know, to my savings account. I just put X amount, and that's my gambling money, and if I make some, then that I don't even put that back into my bank. I just use that instead of pulling out from my savings, and you know, like it's a budgeted thing, and so that's where I'm like, I still have control of this demon, but
Yep.
it's a close thing with me. Like, I have to be careful with it, just because we've talked about it, but I love the ups and downs. What is the anticipatory high or
The intermittent reward.
intermittent reward, right?
Those are brutal for the brain. They feel so good,
They-
but they are rough. They can if you're not a disciplined person, they can reel you in very harshly.
Yes.
So, all about that discipline. You go in with a plan and you stick to and follow through with that plan, and you can beat intermittent reward. But man, when people let that take hold, it's scary stuff.
So, have you guys done one of these Reaper chests? Because I don't know what's involved with them. I've never done one.
Really?
Yeah,
Reaper chest?
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know
you just-
whether it's you
you go-
just go find it and you dig it up and you run with it, or whether it's like there's a
Mhm.
event and encounter you got to deal with to get it, and you know.
You got it. You find it, put it on your boat, and then you return it. The only
You're-
like the
you're
catch
visible,
about Reaper chest,
right?
yeah, visible the entire time. That's
Right.
the biggest catch.
Yeah, I knew that. It just I wasn't sure like whether there was, you know, it was like doing Fort of the Damned or whatever, or where there's a whole thing and then you get a boss and then you get the loot after.
It's always on a shipwreck, so you do have to like swim down and get it. But like, yeah, the whole activity of it is finding it.
Isn't
Yep.
it pretty easy to find from the sparks going up? Like, I wouldn't think
It
that
sort of draws PvP action, which is cool. So usually what we'll do is we'll go for Reaper chests and see if we get like Megs and Ghost ships to fight along the way. And then sometimes we get PvP action because people also go for the Reaper chest. It's kind of a nice way to spark some action.
I got you.
And we sail and chat as we go, which is nice. You know, you share that some quality time with each other.
I'm pretty sure
I actually
that's
got
a ship.
I see. I saw a galleon to the left. Is that one? Oh, there's a Meg.
there's the
Sails
Meg.
up.
Is this the white one, Ryan? That music's different.
I don't know, man. But put
that's
the
the
front
normal.
sail up.
That's the
Oh, I think it's a yellow one.
Front sail up. Okay.
working on it.
Oh, the ancient one? Yep, it's the ancient one.
I was in the crow's nest, so it took me a second to get down. Captain Yelly.
Sorry. I'm just excited to be with my boys. All right.
God, that upward angle.
Yeah, it's brutal. There we go.
There we go.
I thought we were gonna have a double hit there. Oh god, yeah, this wave sucks. But we're gonna have a good one now. There we go.
Because we both come in short because he's way out.
Of course. Where the hell is he going?
Are you near an island?
He's moving away.
Is he running?
Yeah, I think we might technically be too close to this island to the left.
All right, let's go chase him. Front sail down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
FB.
So I got a
gifted
question in my
subs.
chat about how to sleep better, and I get questions like that a lot, especially when people aren't on like caffeine and stuff. And the thing that I would say about sleep for all who are watching right now is if you struggle with your sleep, it's a really difficult thing to be able to fall asleep and sleep soundly just on your own. Like there's various techniques that you can try that are like anxiety related, but if there's some other like chemical process going on, like if you're on medications or if you are like, you know, if you have certain like issues physically going on in your body, that can affect sleep a lot. I always recommend that people seek out actual sleep specialists if you can. They exist and can be incredibly helpful. And if you tag team sleep specialists with a therapist, that can do wonders. But falling asleep and staying asleep is something that's actually really hard for a person like me to answer without knowing a lot of context, because there's a lot that goes into people's ability and inability to sleep. So I just wanted to make sure I addressed that. One thing, this is not a diagnostic thing for anybody that's listening, but something to keep in mind. One of the differentiators between anxiety and depression is that anxiety will often make it difficult to fall asleep, and depression will make it hard to stay asleep. So you can sometimes get an idea of what your emotional state is by tagging it to one of those two things, but that is not, I'm not saying if you have a hard time falling asleep, you have anxiety problems. But anxiety often does make it difficult for people to fall asleep because of how the thoughts race and stuff and what people are attending to. Whereas depression, it'll make it real easy to fall asleep, but it'll be hard to stay asleep.
Why is this
Sorry.
tank? This. Oh, you're on it. Okay. I was like, this isn't moving. Oh, here he goes
comes.
again.
Oh boy.
Didn't have an angle. I'm off.
I'm off.
All right, you guys are both off. I'm gonna patch and wait for him to come back around.
So, I have spent a long time having sleep problems, and you know, obviously, like you said, not diagnostically, but there's a couple things that I have learned for myself that you know, from doctors and stuff like that, on that aren't necessarily intuitive to sleeping. You want to look into a lot of what's frequently referred to as sleep hygiene. And you know, make sure that you're following kind of good practices, and you know, there's certain things that you decide, yes, I'll do this. Certain things you decide this isn't worth it to me, and that's your choice. But the more you decide, no, I'm not going to try and do that, the less successful you're likely to be. But one of the big ones that many people don't realize is exercise is a huge part of it. If you're not wearing your body out through the day, then you don't sleep well at night, and it's just kind of the way it is. Oh man, he killed me full on. I'm off and dead.
You able to get him, Jared?
Oh no, he's far away.
He knocked me away from the boat.
Oh, we did. Okay. Yeah, routines are a big part of sleep hygiene.
Routines, like they recommend, you know, if you're really having problems, then it's like your bedroom should be for sex and for sleeping, and not have a TV, not have any of that to keep you going, not have devices 45 minutes beforehand. Like there's all that stuff, but more than anything, like particularly with depression, what I've seen for myself anyway, is that it makes you lethargic, makes you not do much through the day. You know, you're not motivated, you're not feeling good, so you kind of sit around or just be less active. And then because of that, you don't sleep as well because you haven't tired your body out towards the end of the night. And then there's also a fair number of circadian... I got the bottom. you know, if you find that it's an hours thing, you know, certain times you can sleep, certain times you can't. There's a number of circadian rhythm disorders. Like for me, you know, I was never sleep specialist diagnosed, but I worked with my doctor about it. I found on Wikipedia something that matched exactly what I'd noticed of called delayed phase sleep disorder, and basically it's, you know, you don't sleep well until 6 a.m. You know, my circadian rhythm doesn't want to sleep until later in the night, and so it's like I could fall asleep, but I wouldn't stay asleep. I wouldn't get good restful sleep, and so I'd go through the day basically jet lagged every day. And the way that we treated it, oddly enough, was to the best treatment that I had, as long as insurance allowed it, was to actually take a wakefulness drug. It woke me up in the morning, and that made it so I was aware through my day. I was awake and expending energy properly, so that I slept better at night, which is counterintuitive. You think you can't sleep, you want to take something to put you to sleep, but it was actually because I was going through my day half to 3/4 of the way jet lagged and not fully cognizant. Then it was making it so that, again, you know, my body still had all this energy towards bedtime. And so there's a lot of different aspects to it, both emotional, like you said, whether it's anxiety or depression and its involvement, but it's also just a matter of, are you wearing yourself out? Are you doing the things to teach your body that this is sleep time, and that you're, you know, if you really are having a problem sleeping, then rhythm and routine are huge in that. So
absolutely. Also, the loot is over by me, gentlemen.
Yeah, I turned the boat. I don't know if it's too far.
I probably should have taken the rowboat out to it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we're a little bit too far.
I might have gotten us too much speed. I can turn us into that more.
All right, got that from you. Also, make sure you're scanning for that galleon, because now that we took this bag down, this would be a good time to take us out.
All right, I think that might be an angle.
Yeah.
Oh, one
did you
thing
just,
about
did you just grab the thing out of my hands? Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
One thing about sleep I'll say is I'm also not a specialist, but one thing I know you're not supposed to do is don't just pump yourself full of melatonin without talking to a specialist first.
Sails up all the way. Front sails not up all the way. Yeah, absolutely. I echo that sentiment.
I know a lot of people will be like, "Oh yeah, like melatonin is supposed to help with
yeah,
sleep,"
we
so they
need
just
it.
go to the grocery store and pick up supplements.
You want to turn us around again?
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Ooh. Zine, you want to get this out of me? There we go. Shit, I lost my place. Where the hell's all this stuff?
It's like right behind you.
Back here, okay.
All right. Getting straighten out.
Yeah, somebody in my chat just said I have an endocrine disorder and melatonin is a no-no for me. That's exactly right. Like, you never know how it might affect you. So yeah, always check with somebody before you do something like that, whether it's your primary care physician or a sleep doctor.
Yeah, Gladnar. I mean, you treat it like you treat kind of anything you put in your body. Like, you don't want to give yourself a chemical imbalance, and you don't really know what that balance is like until you're consulting with a specialist.
Yeah. What do we got in here, gentlemen? All right, we got a chest. I like that. I'll put these in there.
Got a lot of. There's still meg meat out there, but I think I got
There is.
most of.
I'm gonna put my meat back in this barrel so that I can go get more meat. Is it out to the left here?
It's right.
Is it to the right? Oh, it's to the right. Okay.
There's sharks in the water, so.
Yeah, I was trying to kill them, but they
Oh shit! Yep, I see him. And I don't see any more meg meat floating.
it's to your left. Oh, Zine just got it. So yeah.
All right. Oh god, Zine, can you get me? Oh jeez. Oh god.
Okay, let me.
Oh jeez! Oh god!
No. Oh.
There's
Actually,
like
this is time to-
several of them.
This is a good time to test this theory. No, all right. So I was wondering if I could pull your body and then I could res you, but you can't.
That would be awesome.
It would be right.
But unfortunately,
We watched
it's
that happen. I'm sorry. You know, I was gonna save you, but then I was like, but then I have to drop the meg meat, and that's worth some more.
It's
So you can just
more
respawn.
important.
It's fine. You understand?
I get it. I understand.
You understand.
It's okay. I know.
You're not angry.
I
You're
know
just
my worth.
disappointed.
All right, where to? Oh, we still gonna go for that
Get
Reaper.
Reaper chest, baby.
Is it actually? Is this still on the map scene? I don't see it. That galleon might have gotten it while we were doing this. Honestly.
I mean, the galleon was boating was booking. It's behind us. It's behind us, and it's moving. But they're not, they're
Yeah,
close.
yeah.
They are not far.
Are they heading towards us?
They're headed kind of basically. They're headed southwest. They're heading to Ancient Spire, I think. I
You
don't
talking
know.
about the one behind us?
Do they have to sell at the Reaper?
Yeah, you have to sell the Reaper.
Then yeah, they're between. They're angling between us and the closest island, so they're gonna pass right on our south.
That's
Okay.
smart.
Yeah, there's 2 galleons off the back. There was a guy who was dead with me.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. There was a guy. Also,
Are we turning and going? I wasn't sure whether we were chasing them.
Yeah.
If we are, then we're not doing a very good job of
See?
it.
See?
Yes.
Hey,
Hey.
I just want to make sure that you can hear me say,
Uh-huh.
I really love you, buddy.
Right.
I'm really glad that we're streaming together.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to say this real loud for all the people in the back, all
Yep.
the lurkers.
Uh-huh.
Just really appreciate you guys.
I appreciate what you do and most of who you are.
Like, oh. Okay.
Okay. Good talk.
once I discovered I could do that, I went a little crazy with it.
They're hauling ass faster than we can turn. Good God.
Yeah. Might have to wait for the next chest because that's a galleon,
Absolutely.
so they're gonna beat us, and they're also already really far away.
I mean,
Yeah, I also-
if they have to
we
sell a
only have
Reaper, we
70
can cut them off at Reaper. We can get there faster. They're moving not in a direct line, but it's
You think so?
pretty sure, yeah. I mean,
we have a billow if we're going in the right direction right now.
We are
Oh, I
not.
don't know if we're in the right direction. I was literally just turning the boat to get
We're-
some going.
We're about 110 degrees to the left, so or we need to go to the right. So we're 110 too far to the left.
Starboard.
Turn to starboard. We did a nice little swirly though. We've made an @ sign.
Oh, we're gonna go. I mean, we're about to go pass by this boat here. We're gonna find out if these find.
All right, we're
boats-
facing
There's somebody for that island.
we're facing
do
them
see
right
that.
now. They're right behind the island. That's them.
There's an Ashen Key. Or
Oh.
Ashen Key.
All right, what do we do? Do we go island or do we go boat?
Let's go island.
How do you know
All
that
right.
there's an Ashen Key?
Well, no, so I messed up. There's an Ashen Master.
Ah,
Jared, pull the e-brake.
You breaking it?
Yep. All right. My chat's wanting to know where Crumbopulus is.
He's actually right behind you.
I heard him purring earlier. So
Oh, Crumbopulus, what's up, buddy? Let's get some pets for chat. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's a good kid. He's a good kitty.
is this the island?
Yes.
Oh, I just put him on the rowboat. Crumbopulus, no, don't go on the rowboat.
You're gonna ram things.
Am I? Left
Yeah.
or right?
Turn left.
Go to
You
port.
got it.
Left more, because I don't know if there's a powder
There-
keg in there.
We're gonna have to yank the brake here.
Yeah. Yep, there is. Yep. Zine.
I'm coming back. I'm running
I'm dead.
back.
Oh my God!
Just,
I'm
just
dead.
keep bailing. Just keep bailing.
You called that. Oh man.
Just keep bailing.
Oh my God.
All right, I'll bail then.
I'm bailing. No, I'm bailing.
Both of you bail until I can get back.
Ooh.
The key is keeping water out.
We got a bailing patch. Ooh, baby.
Yeah, we're okay. We're ahead of it.
This water is pouring in. I don't know if I have enough wood for these holes.
We're fine. Everything's fine. Don't picnic.
Oh my God.
My head's not even under the water. My head's almost under the water.
I am waiting to come back.
I got one of the holes. We're fine. Like as long as we don't get attacked by something else, then we got this. Okay, all the holes are patched. Now we just need to pull the mast up and everything.
Oh, got the mast.
Oh yeah, the mast is down.
Oh yeah, big time.
Ugh. All right, well, that was a little rough.
Ryan, do you have any wood to patch this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got plenty of boards.
'Cause I think Zine and I are pulling it up right now.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, it's the front mast. Okay.
It's the one that was knocked down. You can. That's the best way to tell. To identify.
You can tell it's the knockdown one by the way that it is.
Yeah.
True. Somebody in my chat asked about thoughts on grieving over a loss of innocence. I think that is a very similar grief process. Grief is grief, man. So loss of innocence. So here's the thing. Innocence, I think, in that kind of context, is often equated with ignorance and naivety, which in a lot of ways, ignorance is actually a pretty nice state for people to be in because it's often more comfortable than knowing things. So when a person loses their innocence, I tend to look at that as more of a person losing their ignorance. And I don't mean that in like a willful ignorance way. I mean that in a like you're ignorant to things you don't know until you learn things. So losing innocence is a form of learning. And I prefer to kind of frame it that way, as you have now learned a thing as opposed to lost something else. And it generally means that we just have to kind of move through some dissonance, which is difficult for the brain to do. But that if you look at it as I've now learned something, and that means something different about the way I'm going to choose to interact and move through the world because I now have an understanding that I either was or was not ready for. I generally think that's a better way to go about it, because if a person sits there going, oh, I lost my innocence and I want to get it back, I want to get my ignorance back, you can't generally unknow a thing. So it's kind of like a radical form of acceptance for that, and then saying, how do I want to use what I've learned for good? I really like that question. That's why I wanted to highlight it.
Oh crap, Keg.
Oh boy, I got him.
He's
Too close to the boat.
Oh, Ryan.
Just to say, I did want to hit his head there, and I pulled the trigger too fast. But I recognize that I get it. I didn't go to school to shoot rifles. All right.
I mean, there's any.
Yeah, I think there's. I think it's called West Point.
Yeah, I just said the army.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
in the Navy.
You can. Never mind. So yeah.
No, please.
Nice
go
day.
on.
It's a good day. I'm really rather upset with Troy though. I mean, he
Today you are?
Well, just in general, I think he has gotten me into this game to where it's like now I wake up and I'm like, well, what could I do? I could go sailing, you know? And
Good.
so just day after day, I'm just bothering people's DMs like, hey, you wanna go on the seas? So
Curious that you use the word bother, Zine.
I mean, you know, it's a habit.
Because I gotta say, man, when you see the name Zine show up, I'm just some insight for the fine folks watching right now. When you see the name Zine pop up in your inbox, burdensome's about the last word that comes into my brain. I think to myself, what does this fine fellow
You're so full of shit.
want that has taken time out of his incredibly busy day from all of his fan mail?
Yeah.
This man has decided to write my name into his Discord and then send me a message. And I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. He's a good dude. And he is reaching out to me.
I feel like I lost control of this conversation, and I don't know where. It was
He's switched onto his ESPN talk radio voice. You gotta just let him kind of do it.
Things seemed okay, and then suddenly it got weird, and I blacked out for a minute.
You know how on iPhones they started
no.
doing this thing where when you type congrats, there's like balloons that show up.
Oh my gosh.
So my Discord, when I get a Zine DM, is just rainbows, doves, butterflies, it's unicorns,
Ugh.
it's dodo birds, just all at once running across my screen saying, Dr. Mick, remember to respond to this message in 3 hours.
3.5
And then I do.
hours later,
And then you're here.
and then here I am. Yep.
And I'm grateful for it.
I'm grateful for you making room to accommodate me and allowing me to come along with you. I appreciate it and am happy.
I think this is everything here.
But other than that, I did have a semi-serious question, which is if you have a close friend, you know, and it does seem to appear that they've been dropped on their head really hard and made them be really wacky. Is there anything you can do, or do you just have to kind of put up with them when they go into their ESPN voice? Asking for my friend.
You just gotta let it happen.
Yeah, you just gotta let it happen.
Yeah, power through it. Support them however you feel is necessary in the moment. But that's something you gotta work through. You know, just let them get it out.
Yeah, that's understandable. You know, it's a it's a weird thing. You know, it's a weird thing. But I have quite a few people that are fearful to send me messages, and I that's something I'm regretful of because I'm just a guy. I take out my garbage just like everybody else, and you know, I'm happy to talk to whomever. And
Hold on now, are you just a guy like which hole of your pants do you put the leg through first? Are you a right guy or you a left guy?
I'm a right guy.
Okay, all right, yeah, I'd say that's just like a normal guy, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, and people are welcome to message me. And honestly, I'm probably one of the more relaxed in that I don't like. I've seen people lose their mind at getting like an @ notification. You know, they're like, "Don't @ me, don't," you know, like, and it's just like. I've been using the internet for long enough that I understand how communication works, and that saying, "Hey, I'm talking to you. Here's my message," isn't a bad thing because now there's no ambiguity. So I don't like, you know, a notification doesn't bother me and stuff. So that's something I have to kind of work with people in my audience is to encourage them, remind them that there's a skull in the.
At me, bro.
You're welcome to send me a message if you want. And, you know, the only thing I ask, the only allowance I ask at all for myself is, you know, I don't always have an opportunity to respond immediately. And if you're willing to accept that I will respond when I have a chance, then feel free to send me whatever you want. Like, you know, I can talk and I can read through it and go, I don't, you know, if it's important, I address it. If it's not important, then, and I'm interested, then I address it. If it's not important and I'm not interested, then I ignore it, and everything works out.
You know, and if I could just borrow from my main man, John Gottman here, an @ is really nothing more than a bid, you know? It's just
Jared, I didn't know I could love and respect you anymore until you just threw John Gottman into a discussion about Discord adding. That is just wow. I need to get that panty emote because good Lord would chat be flooded with them after that one.
Listen, I didn't pay all this money for this degree for nothing.
Wow. John Gottman, if you're listening, Jared that is the best thing you ever heard, and you probably don't even know what to say. So just thanks for watching. Holy crap, that was good. Sorry, continue your thought. I really needed to tell you how mind blown I was. I needed to derail it.
Yeah, John, let me know if you got any spots open in the Love Lab. I am open to relocating to Seattle.
Seattle's a pretty great city. I like Seattle.
It is.
I've got family in Seattle. I've been a few times.
All right,
now.
Reaper Chest is at Crooks Hollow right now, and it's docked.
Yeah, they stopped. And
whoa, what direction is that?
We're facing it just slightly to the right.
You think we could maybe yoink it stealthily?
There's no way to find out if you don't try.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I mean, they should be at that island over there.
To the left?
To the right. You can see their flag just above the rocks, I think.
Oh, yeah. All right. I mean, we can try it. I'm down.
Also, Scott, John Gottman is social scientist who's really famous for his research on primarily relationships, I would say. I'm sure he's done some other stuff
Yeah,
too, but
couples.
he's really famous for his relationship research, and he's written a bunch of books and a bunch of like, I guess I'd call them interventions. Maybe not interventions in like the.
I mean, Gottman therapy is a thing now.
That is true. Yeah, Gottman therapy is a thing now. So yeah, interventions and stuff like that. He's really really well known,
They're on
widely
the move?
used.
Going after him.
Gottman's good stuff. Sam,
should
I have
put
heard
down our
that too. I
sails.
haven't looked into it though.
We only had one sail down.
Stealth and Zine don't exactly go together. Is that true, Zine?
No, not true at all. I play stealth games and like I did a no kill, like a passive, disturbed or not dis. What's the dis one? Is it disturbed? Dishonored. Dishonored.
Oh.
I did a full passive Dishonored playthrough.
That's actually really impressive.
They know that we're following.
Yeah,
them.
they're doing a no sail turn right now.
Yeah, they're turning on us. I think.
All right. I mean, are we going to open fire? Are we going to try this?
No.
Where do you want to go then? You want me to turn away?
Yeah, get away from them. They're gonna wreck us, dude.
All right. Never mind,
Wow.
brethren.
We have so. If we had nothing on the boat, I'd say yeah, cool. Let's get after it. But we have stuff.
All right.
This is a good haul.
See you later. Did you guys cook the meat? You guys want to hit up this seaport?
Oh no. I think there's meat burning. No, there's not. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
There's not. Here we are. Turn to your left hard, because that's the outpost.
See you later, Zine.
I'll see you guys in a second.
Oh, baby.
Oh boy.
Oh, baby.
Are they following us?
I don't think so.
They're not moving
They
much
had-
at all.
They had to have heard Zine, though.
I mean, if they're any
And
good, they
just
should be seeing
left a little
this mermaid. It is
Left a little
daytime.
more.
So I meant to ask you guys when you were talking about how you put your pants on.
Wait,
What
what?
would you guys say about a guy who lays on his back on the
What?
bed,
Well,
pulls his back up on his neck so that his feet are up above with the pants equally on both legs, pulls them down, and then puts both on at the same time, and then rolls back up?
That sounds like getting dressed with extra steps.
you know what? If he's happy, then he's living his best life, and I say more power to him.
If you don't turn freaking left, I'm gonna lose it.
I am. I'm turning left. I wasn't going to turn into those rocks.
Crap, they're following us.
Are they?
Yep, they're following us. Why did we
You-
get their attention?
Well,
I thought you wanted it. Like I was, they're over here, and Ryan
There's
was like,
two
"Yeah, let's
brigs out
go,"
there.
and so
There's two brigs.
yeah, there's a brig, like, there's two brigs off the back of my ship. They're not following
they're
us.
moving
They're-
slow, and they're not following you guys at all.
Cool. They're, all right.
Yeah.
On the map, they're turning towards us.
They're
more and
turning
more
to
and
the
more,
right now.
and now they're dipping out. They're actually not going towards the Reaper Island, which is kind of weird.
Yeah,
They're
I
going-
think they're trolling, but I've just been swimming after them, and they're not moving very fast because I'm keeping up with them.
Wow.
All
They're-
right, we're coming up the outpost, Ryan.
Roger that.
It's the little
Roger.
tier.
That.
All right, there they go. They got some wind, and they're off.
You see it?
Yeah.
Caladnar, I have not seen Neon Genesis Evangelion. It comes up in my anime circles all the time, and I haven't taken the time to sit down and watch it yet.
Do you watch Anime Zine?
No,
I don't either.
I've heard Jared go off and talk about the beauty of the story and the animation style, and I'm like, okay, like it's yeah, cool.
Yeah.
It sounds like something that's neat, but I've just never been. I'm not a comic book guy either. We just have different things.
Yeah.
Do you want the sails up?
Just kind of halfway. We're gonna come around the side of the island here.
So the reason why I like anime so much is because I wanted to be a comic book guy when I was younger, but like, I don't know, it just seemed less accessible when I was younger because I didn't really have that many comic book stores around me. I think I had one in my hometown. Whereas like anime, like thanks to the beauty of streaming, like I can get anything that I want, like pretty much at any moment. I pay for VRV, which is just like Crunchyroll's premium service, and I'll never be able to watch all the anime on that. So it's like an easy way for me to get into comic books or comic book-esque things.
And don't get me wrong, I don't say that with any judgment. Like, it's cool. Like, you know, anything someone's passionate about, I think is neat.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's not something that I ever pulled to myself.
Yeah, other than Dragon Ball Z, me either.
I've never even seen that. I mean, you know, like I know rough references like going Super Saiyan and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
I really
Over 9,000, you know, you're a regular.
Yeah.
You've at least seen that scene before, right? Like you've Googled it.
No. I have not
Oh
seen
man,
it.
it's a good watch. I'd recommend it.
Would you know?
But then again, as we've established here, I am
Yeah.
very much the anime guy in this conversation. So.
Right. These should be set up in a way to where we can just
Yep.
drop them off.
This is lovely.
You know what I wouldn't recommend is Baki. That anime is not good, and I will die on that hill.
Let's see.
Yeah, Cursive, I agree with Ciora. I mean, I can tell you a bunch of animes that I like, but like the thing about anime is that you have to just like watch it. I can't really give you a starting point. I mean, I would start with Demon Slayers because I think it's perfect. If you don't like Demon Slayer, it doesn't mean you're not gonna like anime, but it's just like regular TV. You just have to keep on watching and seeing if there's something you like. I can only give you what I love
Actually, let's do this.
and what I don't love.
You know the best part about that is I saw that and I muted my mic to you guys and I said Jared's gonna say Demon Slayer. So that makes me happy.
Yeah, it's my number
Oh my
one
God.
anime in the world right now. I mean, but I really started getting into anime after I watched One Punch Man. Like that was the first one that I jumped back into this whole wormhole that is anime with. So you can try that. I thought it was really funny, and then I was like, oh, I wonder if there's other anime that's funny. And then I found other anime that's just
Is
good.
this comedy? Are
What do you
we
mean?
are we unloaded here, gentlemen?
We are
I think so.
unloaded.
Yeah.
All right, unloaded and ready to roll. Skeet walking down the stairs.
Brian Meister, Demon Slayer can't be a JoJo ripoff because JoJo is terrible, and I will say that until the cows come home. That's not a good anime.
I hear
Heard on
stuff all the
anime.
time of, is this a JoJo reference? And I honestly never know what that is. Like, I'm like, what the heck is a JoJo reference? So that's
Yeah.
one that I know the meme going around. Other than I just don't even have a basis of what it's
I don't either.
talking
Dude,
about.
I thought it was gonna be so good because everybody talks about it all the time, and I was super excited. It is not good.
You heard it
Not
here,
for me.
folks.
Not for me. Could be for you. That's your thing. Fine, but I hated it.
Listen, if you guys enjoy liking bad anime, then that's your choice, and we don't judge you for that.
Yeah, what Zine said. I got shit from everybody a few nights ago for saying I don't like Firefly. So.
No, that's right.
Oh boy, Zine, is our friendship on the line right now? If I continue to speak,
No, go ahead. You're
I
allowed,
got-
you're
I got
allowed
all
your
the shit
opinion.
from
I just need to
Disney.
throw water in your face.
I do not like that show at all.
Which is funny because I didn't even say
So-
I didn't like Disney. I just said I didn't like Disney songs, and somebody was like, "You're the worst."
Yeah, no, I was
Fun.
I was full and clear about I really don't like Firefly, and everybody just gets lit up.
Why is that?
I just did not enjoy it. I really gave it a good college try. I really, really wanted to like it, and it was just too like it just felt so like campy and try-hardy and the whole Western space thing. Like I love Nathan Fillion, don't get me wrong, but like I couldn't I couldn't get into it. And I don't know if it's because I was told going into it, like, this is just so unbelievably incredible and you have to watch it. And you just, oh my God. And then I was watching it and I was like, this is not at all living up to the hype. And I don't know if that soured it for me, but the characters didn't interest me much. The relationships that between the characters didn't really get me all hot and bothered. It didn't do it for me. I even watched Serenity and I didn't like it. And man, I've never had an opinion that
that's a tough one to
people
have.
throw pitchforks at me at.
Let's
but
go left
man,
to Hills Ridge, this big island coming up on the left, because there's probably a mission there, and we can stock up.
all right. But yeah, man, I get a lot of shit for not liking that show. I appreciate why people like it, but it just is not for me. Not for me at all. Nobody likes Serenity? Yeah, I don't know about that. So I assume, Zine, that means you like Firefly and Serenity?
I got drunk specifically so I could start puking in your face and
Oh,
for
jeez.
your opinion, sir. Just so you're aware.
That means I got the boat at the right time.
Well, I can't see. So I don't know where this boat's going, Zine.
Oh god, I down below,
yeah,
but it looked like there were rocks. It looked
You
like
can
there were
fire.
rocks.
This burns.
I'd
stings the
come back
nostrils.
up, but I can't. Oh, we found the island. We're going over the island.
Yeah, and there's
You
skeletons.
jumped.
behind the
You
cannon.
jumped the island. Hey, there's a
Oh,
there's a
you
there's a
guys are fully
skull
beached.
thing there. Oh no, I think that's a mermaid. I don't know.
Nice. I did well. Skeet Skeet is watching in amazement right now from the beach. What have you done?
What have I done?
Just the collective view.
Okay.
What have you all done?
Where you left the boat to a drunk guy while beached, and it is getting the crap pounded of it inside.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah.
Have you heard of natural consequences, Zine?
Yeah.
How you liking them?
I mean, I don't have anything to lose on this boat, so
That's true.
I don't know what you're expecting to be, my consequence, but
That's a great point. All right, I'm coming back.
it's
I'm coming
fine.
back.
The boat's fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm sobering up. There was a green mermaid somewhere, although now the island looks completely different. Oh, there it is.
Oh man.
Oh, there he is. Okay. All right. Skeleton in charge of the cannon is down.
We ran over the mermaid. Oops. I don't think the mermaid minds. Did you
Oh,
find
they-
anything here, Jared?
Hit your boat when you ran over him. Remember? We found that out the hard way.
Oh, right. Right. We did. We did. Let's see. Okay, so, Zine, what would you say is the most unpopular opinion you have?
Oh, that's actually kind of an easy one for me to answer. But it's not it's not the hottest take ever, other than it is, in that it's pronounced GIF.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
I mean, it technically is.
It's completely non-consequential and not any big deal. And if you want to argue with me, I'm just like, okay, whatever. But it's how the dude named it, and he made it, so that's what he named it. That's fine. But yeah, people are like, oh my god, it's GIF. I've never seen a giraffe, and they're the ultimate cleverness. Every time I heard that, I've never heard anyone say it before, and wow, you have won the conversation. I have changed my ways because you've repeated something that you read on the internet. Congratulations. You have proxied someone else's cleverness to me, and I am in awe at your ability to deliver a message on their behalf.
It's the old Reddit meme. You made this? I made this.
I made this, yeah.
one of my favorite memes in all the internet. Oh man, Jared, what would you say is the most unpopular opinion you have? Although, Zine, I will say before Jared, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but Zine, I don't know that I'd consider yours to be an opinion because yours is technically true.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Like, there's
either-
really no opinion. It is
Either,
Jif.
either way, it gets me out of the conversation. You know, the philosophical. What's the worst you've thought about things? So you know, my purpose. I mean, it serves my purpose fine.
That's fair. Okay. I
Playing,
can
playing the long game, huh?
You know
see
what?
that.
I think things through a little bit more than people think I do.
you're a clever man.
I don't know. Maybe the mustard is trash.
Yellow mustard sucks. Hot mustard's delicious.
Yeah, give me that Dijon, and you got gray poupon.
Poop on.
Yeah, I think yellow mustard is
Yellow mustard's terrible.
like awful, like offensive.
Ooh,
Like I don't know
So-
that I need to be like angry about it, but it's in terms of like mustards and stuff. Like it's not what I enjoy.
yes.
But I love like Panda Express. Just give me a little bit of that, and
Ooh, yeah.
then give me some hot mustard with it because they have hot mustard back there. You ask for it. They won't give it to you unless you ask for it, but they have little packets and throw that on there. And
Wait a minute. Are you serious?
oh yep. Just the Panda Express. Just ask for hot mustard with it, and they got packets, and it's delish.
Oh my god, I can get hot mustard with my Beijing beef.
Yep. Goes great on the
Oh.
chow mein.
Oh.
And it's not weak sauce. Like it's not terrible, but it's like if you inhale wrong, you will notice. You're like, oh, that hit the sinuses.
I like that. That's how
Yeah,
that's how I like it.
I figured that's how you like it.
Yeah.
Panda Express makes me sad because that was the meal that I basically learned that my body was
No can do.
not the
Ooh.
same anymore. Yeah. That was the I
Ooh.
still remember when I ate it. That was the meal that told me that like I needed to go to a doctor because something was wrong with me. So sad. It was
What a
just
brutal
basic-
association.
basic beef and broccoli too. Nothing to write home about. I just wanted some protein, some vegetables, and some rice. Nope.
Hmm. You know, I made it to the Reddit front page one time on an AMA because I asked what is something that more people would enjoy if there wasn't a negative stigma on it. And I feel like that's pretty much like it's sort of a similar veined question of like what's an unpopular thing that you like that you just can't handle as unpopular.
There's a
I
shipwreck
would-
just to the west of us, by the way. If we want it.
I'm not a fan of them, but I would say that Nickelback gets a lot of undeserved hate.
I agree with that. They have
Like,
they
I'm
have
not
decent
about to-
songs.
Yeah, like I'm not
mean,
about to
Nickelback
throw out a
rap.
Nickelback album, but like also if I hear Nickelback, I'm not like running for the hills.
Right. I
you
don't want
know?
to be angry about it.
Yeah.
I think that's just, I mean, with music in general, like everyone likes different things. And so qualifying someone as just being bad, like it's not what you like, that's fine. But that doesn't mean that someone else isn't allowed to like it. And I don't I say like the best phrase is I don't understand, but obviously, I get it. But it's that why do we expect other people to adhere to what we want in a purely subjective situation? Like, it's not objective. It's just, do you like the music or not? Then listen to it or not. But
Because evolutionarily, if people do not share the same interests, they are a threat. They don't share the same purpose.
well, I had
I
no
wonder where
interest in
it
providing
comes
that
from.
answer, and you did. So,
Anybody know? Anybody know what theory that has basis in?
I just
Hey.
realized the sales were up while I was doing this, and
Hey,
that's why I'm banging the chip around.
that boat, it's
I-
going. that
I
boat-
am so sorry.
that
I am.
boat- So,
Wow.
Yeah, what are you doing,
I,
dude?
Okay.
I'm
Just-
not so sure about our captain right now, guys. He did just
I
go over
was-
that rock, so you managed to stop. Well done.
I was so enthralled by everything that was coming through my headphones that I neglected to pay attention to what was coming through my eyeballs.
Have some more rock. You're about to hit more rock.
And I was just pulling away, even though the sales are down. It's my first time.
So this is
Be
your first
gentle.
stream, huh?
It's my first stream. It's my first time playing Sea of Thieves. I've never done this before.
Oh, look,
so
he,
I mean,
he didn't have the wheels centered, which is one of the reasons he's having problems, is he just has
Well-
the boat over here just spinning in circles.
well, oh, Ooh. I feel like I need to pay $10 to send myself to the brig.
Oh yeah, we actually have 3 people, so we can break it again. We've got 2 things. I still don't think we've collected on.
I put the kibosh on that tonight, but I did. I do. I should just pay to the fund to put my
The
ass in the
sales
brig.
still partially down. I see.
Well,
I'm just gonna wait for a mermaid, honestly.
Yeah,
I didn't.
I'm not
man.
sure what he's doing, but I mean, I'm taking us over to this shipwreck since there was
I
no
didn't-
salvaging that island for us. I
I
apologize.
didn't. Oh,
Sorry about that, Jared.
Oh no, you're good. I got a bunch of cannonballs and some fire bombs. So,
so
ooh, Crumbopulus is kneading. He's making biscuits.
all right. Now here's the real question: when Crumbopulus finishes making those biscuits,
down.
what are you gonna spread on them?
Never mind. I guess I'll get it.
Wait, what do you need? Sorry,
Anchor.
down.
Mermaid's so far away.
Oh shit. I'm putting honey on my biscuits.
There's it's pretty hard to eat a biscuit a bad way.
Putting hot honey on my biscuits.
Some butter
I'll
and
do-
some honey. Yeah, that's good
Yeah.
times.
I'll do honey and butter. I used to like a Concord grape jam. I also like the strawberry jam. Honey butter is incredible if
Good
you've
night,
never
Matt.
had honey butter. What else would I eat on those biscuits? Yeah, just close your eyes and grab preserve, honestly.
So, Zine, have you been around when we've been brigged?
No, I haven't, but I'm aware of the $10 brig thing that Jared's a fan of.
Okay,
Um,
so
I don't know
so,
if I'm a fan of it. It's just the mechanic that happens.
so you guys actually, when I get on the boat here, you guys have to vote me to the brig.
Oh, dang it, but I forgot to empty my pockets. I always do this.
This is why we can't take you anywhere.
Just kidding, that's Ryan's thing.
All right.
Alright, there's no chest at the very bottom.
Like, heat it
unless,
up or
unless,
spicy?
unless there's fish in barrels, there's not that much for us.
Yeah, I got one fish in the barrel, but
There's a lot of fire bombs, cannonballs. Yeah, a lot of fire bombs. Heck, nabbit.
which fish is
Texas
this?
Roadhouse
Olive-
butter? I mean, yes.
Oh my god.
Is that butter? I don't think that's butter. I think that's just sugar in a preserve form, and I love it. But
It's
it's,
just heaven.
yeah.
I miss Outback.
A
Outback
little
bread
spread
and
from
butter.
heaven. That's what it is.
I'd probably take a Texas Roadhouse over an Outback. Man, I haven't, that's where I need to go.
Oh yeah, give me Texas Roadhouse every day over Outback.
I live my life in fast food. I eat like a bachelor every day, and so I had McDonald's the last probably 2 or 3 of the last 4 days, maybe. But I need to go to a real restaurant. Oh, but I forget you can't go to real restaurants anymore. See, this is why I can't have nice
That's
things.
right. It sucks.
Zine, when you said that, I just thought of the meme, and I was like, is this Ryan?
How's that?
Because Ryan eats a ridiculous amount of McDonald's.
I like. Oh well, he. You know what? He eats a ridiculous amount of McDonald's in one visit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, that's
whereas I don't eat that much, but like per visit, but I go there a lot. But for me, I have almost you know, it's a lot of people have a really unhealthy relationship with their food, and it's a huge problem for obesity. And my ex-wife, I got to watch her go through, and got to as an issue, but I had to watch her go through very difficult times with herself. Because of her relationship with food and what it meant to her emotionally. I am almost the exact opposite, where it's almost an antagonistic relationship. I find more often than not, like I can appreciate a good meal. You put a nice good meal of, and whether it's Southern
Some Wagyu
cooking
beef
or
and sushi.
Wagyu beef and sushi, or a good steak, and it's like I can appreciate that. But 9 times out of 10, I'm doing other things, and I'm annoyed that I have to figure out what I'm gonna eat. I have to try and make it different than yesterday, and what have I not had recently, so that I can, because people will be like, "You had that 3 days in a row," and it's like it's just a refuel. It's a gas stop for me, And I don't mean that flatulently, but it's just fuel, and it's a requirement that is annoying. And there's so many people who are foodies who they hear me and they just like can't, they have
Can't stand that.
they have no understanding and they're just like, what are you on about? Food is delicious. Food is amazing. I want to eat it all. And that's great for them that they enjoy it. But it's just like, I'm doing other things and I hate that I have to every day. My stomach hurts because I have to go figure out, okay, you slept until 11 and now it's 3 and you haven't eaten anything today and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, why? I mean, I know why, but it's frustrating.
I would rather not eat than be inconvenienced by eating. So I feel that really deeply, Zine.
See, I don't know if I was in the same boat as y'all, but like I used to also kind of see it as more of a utility. But then I started like cooking my own food, and that really changed my relationship to food and like how I view it. And I think I did move into the foodie category before. Like I was only able to eat 5 things.
Yeah.
But yeah, like really working with the food and experimenting with different flavor profiles and all that stuff, that legitimately changed my mind on like, oh, this is why people think food is so great, because I mean, it kind of can be. It's like you're just making something with your own hands.
Do you guys vote me to the brig yet?
No.
I gotta take one for the team here. This is the only one.
Honestly,
I'm gonna do
he just
tonight,
wants
but-
a nap. I might have
Yeah.
I might have accidentally sent Jared to the brig. Sorry, it's let me.
Oh well, Brian would have to do it too to send me, so you can
Liar's
take that
dice,
over.
right? So okay. No.
My name's Liar's Dice.
Yeah, I've got the Twitch
there we go.
thing on, and I don't love it, but it was highly recommended, and so here we are.
Yeah,
I like
do
that you were
too.
cooking and then decided to go to the brig, so that now you just kind of have to hope that I take the food off.
That steak's almost done.
Yeah, but it's so much effort to have to deal with and prepare, and no, but
Oh God, am I gonna have to watch as the megalodon goes up in flames from the bars?
Wait, is
This-
this me?
Yeah.
here's how we torment you. I think that's
It's done. Now I have to watch beautifully. Oh my God, I have to watch Zine look over beautifully cooked meg meat before it burns, and he's just gonna. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, Zine, this is enough to make me want to drown my sorrows. Oh, thank God. Oh, you just threw a pork chop on?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, they don't even. You know the worst part about this brig is there's not even like, there's not even a toilet in here.
I'm sure there is. It's all around you. It's a very
I mean-
broad toilet. I think that's an island we're headed towards.
I really shouldn't do this.
I got it slightly to right.
Okay, cool, perfect.
This is all I have in here.
See, you
Probably
mentioned
drink that a
toilet,
little
and then all
too
I
fast.
hear is you drinking down there, and
just-
it raises questions. You know,
Well-
it's. I mean, did he just go full Bear Grylls on us? Okay, more.
Right,
Yeah.
hard right, yeah.
I'm just a little. I don't know. You know, you find. Oh boy. Oh, where were you? Where are you when the acid hits? For me, it's the brig. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Are we
Okay.
heading in any particular?
I was gonna go to this
destination?
island.
We're going every direction at all times right now.
I mean, yeah, we can go to this island, and then we can sail again. There is another galleon to the right, but it's pretty far away.
I can't see. So, which island? The one on the left?
Yeah, just turn
Okay.
hard left now.
Okay,
We're good.
I see it.
Man, that hurdy-gurdy sounds awful.
Don't worry. Don't worry about it, guys. I'm just hurdy-gurdy man. Just a hurdy-gurdy man.
Time to see if I can put food in my body.
Like hurdy or gurgy? Nobody likes me.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody cares.
Nobody. No, oh, that's down. I went the wrong way. All right, you might want to finish that.
Nobody knows but Zine Zine.
Oh wait. Yeah, let's put this up. Yeah, there you go.
Just a man behind bars. I can see. to the stars.
We're gonna beach a little bit. Just a small bit.
Could you be
I got us.
any more mean, Mr. Z? There's water in the brig. I'm getting sweaty as a pig. I'm all alone.
I mean, we only have the one gem up here, really, in these empty chests. Do you want to just get another boat and we can let him stay here in this one that's sinking?
If only you could, man.
If only you could.
Being behind bars is the ultimate yeet.
What the hell?
Yeah, what does that even mean?
I'm looking down at my feet. I'd wish I had a beat so that I could sing in tune. In the middle, the Ides of June. Oh, Zine and Jared, one's mean. One, if he could, he'd spared me. I'm just drunk, and I'm wet. Don't you ever forget that I love the two men that put me behind the bars.
Was this his punishment or ours?
This feels
I'm gonna ask myself that same question.
Yeah.
like Stockholm. I'm in the middle of the cell like Malcolm, and I've run out of
If I
lyrics
find a gunpowder
to
keg,
say.
I'm putting it on the ship next to him and blowing it up. Just
I don't hate that
understand.
idea.
Just
Yeah, but
just
I don't-
understand.
I just want out of the bridge. Please stop treating me like a pig. I used that rhyme already, but I'm steady as Eddie.
Oh, damn it.
Where are my friends? Is this how it ends?
Oh my gosh.
I don't think it ever ends.
Pretends that he cares. Jared. I'm getting woozy. This song was a doozy. I'm pretty sure people have come over from Zine's chat to tell me to shut up.
Guys, if you did, then don't do that. That ain't cool. If they didn't, then not cool to accuse. But if they did, not cool of you. Either way, someone's not being cool right now, and that ain't cool.
No, they're being cool. I don't know how much longer I can hold this stool.
He's just babbling like a fool.
Don't encourage this.
I'm just pulling from my
Guys?
rhyming pool.
Hey, it's the stars that rhyme with the bars.
Would you be quiet, you tool?
Yes, sir.
That's better, but it's daddy.
Ooh, something shiny. What is? Oh, I think it's a bottle.
Are you out of the
Yeah.
brig yet?
Oh, I didn't vote him out. Did you vote him out?
How do you vote him out? I just have.
I'm-
You did the same thing to vote him in.
I'm just still here by my lonesome.
We
Oh,
just,
vote
we
to
both have
release. Okay.
Yeah, we both have to do it.
This is, you know. Oh, sweet, sweet relief. Oh my God.
I'd have done that an hour ago if I'd have known that's what I needed to do. It wouldn't stop. I wanted it to stop. I was like, please stop. And then it just wouldn't stop. Okay, I'm going to miss. This is going to hurt. Gonna hurt. Gonna hurt. Gonna hurt.
No, so truly what actually happened, Zine, is people came over here to encourage me to continue to sing.
Which I still reiterate is not cool, guys. Certain things you don't encourage. Dr. Mick is one of them.
Oh my God, dude. You want to talk about flow state.
I don't want to talk about flow state. Let's never discuss flow state again. You guys are they're giving you 10/10 on Yelp. Why?
Oh man. No kidding.
I'm just using this time to eat something and make myself feel better.
And reminisce about how fulfilling that song was.
Like, you've chosen a practical lifetime of this, Jared. Like, you know, at what point does your responsibility kick in?
He's a human being. He has free will. What am I supposed to do?
Well, I mean, I'm saying you chose to associate with him, you know? You've chosen him. You were like, this man is my friend. Out of all the people, this is the one. This is the man who I am choosing to make my friend. So there's some culpability there, I feel.
Zine, I think we all know I'm just using him to get his stream base so that I can start my own stream.
That's fair.
Gonna hijack
That's
my
fair.
stream.
Speaking of which, have you heard back on your partner app?
I have not.
Excellent.
I am still waiting.
This is good.
Patiently. I know they're busy. I know they're swamped. I like to believe that what they're doing is that they're using this time to send people to creep and watch me. And they just heard that song, and now when I get the rejection, it's gonna say, "You remember that song? Now you're gone."
Sorry, that was
Okay.
wrong.
It was wrong. Ding dong.
I'm not, you know, I mean, obviously I don't know what the inner workings are, of course, but everyone I know who has gotten rejected has gotten one within 1 or 2 weeks. And everyone I know who has gotten partnered, it's taken it's like 6 to 8 for them to come through. So in my personal opinion and observation, anecdotally, admittedly, but it's that a longer duration wait is more ideal. That they're like, to me, it represents that, as kind of what you're saying, of they're evaluating, they're looking, you're passing stages where they, you know, they say not this person, and you're getting through those steps to where they're going to more thorough evaluation. Now, again, once they reach the singing portion of tonight's program, there might be decisions made that are in an adverse sort of direction, but up to this point, well done.
Thank you, Zine.
Uh-huh.
What I wrote in my application was that if Twitch ever wanted somebody that they could consult with on how to handle mental health on the platform, I would be more than willing to do that. But now I think what they probably did was they pivoted this evening and said, you know, we'd like this guy to consult on how we can manage the Twitch
Swings. Oh.
God damn it, the Twitch Sings platform. I mean, the Twitch Swings platform would be a little bit dicey.
I mean, I'm both nervous and intrigued. Like, I don't want to know more, but yet I really do. I'm very conflicted.
I'm just imagining how that would go down. Can you?
Oh,
All right, guys.
I've been to
throw your bits
TwitchCon.
in a bowl.
I have a pretty good idea of how some of that goes down. But
Chat, can I get a H for that little humble brag that Zine just dropped?
is that a
Oh,
humble
I
brag?
didn't,
I didn't.
I haven't
use
been
it.
to TwitchCon.
Oh well, okay, yes.
I haven't either. I was really hoping to do that this year, and I'm guessing TwitchCon ain't gonna be a thing.
I'm not planning. Like, I when they said what it was, like, I got one of the first reservations for one of the hotels. Like, I'm in the hotel. I have a reservation in the hotel that's literally next to the convention center, so I didn't have to walk, and like, I was all prepped, and now it's not gonna happen. And so what
Is
are
it
we
usually
doing?
the
Bummer.
same place?
No,
Usually
this
in San Diego.
what they've been to San Diego twice. So it's not.
Oh, it's not even usually.
It's not. I wouldn't say usually. It was in, I think, San Francisco or I think San Francisco the first year, 2015. It was in San Diego, 2016, Long Island, and then
Really?
Whoa, Long Island?
San Jose, then Long Island, or Long Island, then San Jose, one of the two. I forget.
Interesting.
And then it went back to San Diego this last year, and then they announced that they were doing it in San Diego again. But that was kind of a special moment because up until then they had been not you know, like, it wasn't until like 4 months out that they'd be like, we're going to this place, and they They moved that up to where they announced it at the current TwitchCon where it was going to be. So, but it's getting big enough. Like when I went there in 2016 to San Diego, it was like they had the H wing of the San Diego Convention Center, and it was like 40 booths and blocked off in this time, like in this huge. I don't know if you've seen the San Diego Convention Center. It's massive.
It's massive.
It's absolutely massive, and they had this one tiny little section. And then when I went last year, it was like they didn't fill the whole thing up, but it was like, dang, this thing has grown. So I think they're getting to where they're limited on venues and stuff now. I mean, obviously they're not that big to where there aren't venues, but it is getting to be an consideration. But regardless, I agree that I doubt that it's going to happen. They're going to wait until they absolutely, until the deposit has to be put down and paid to cancel. They're going to wait as long as they possibly can, but I don't see it coming back. Which, we'll try again. But
It's a bummer.
it's this might be.
But I
in
get
it. This might be in the. I mean, I agree it's the right thing to do. If there's if everything's still infectious and we haven't figured out a good way to handle it, then sure, let's be safe. Let's not be stupid. But this might be closer to the humble brag that Jared was referring to. But it's been a very interesting experience for me to go because in 2016 I was there as I don't think affiliate. I was there as a streamer. Affiliate didn't exist, but I wasn't a partner, so I was just a streamer.
Hanging out.
And I really only knew one person and kind of latched onto them. And they were nice enough to let me kind of join their groups so that I had someone to hang out with and be friends. But there were a couple of parties I didn't go to because I didn't want to be too obnoxious with my presence with them and stuff. And just, walking around not knowing anybody and not knowing anything. And then, up to this last year where, I'm holding a meetup and having people, come and stop me randomly. And it was nice on the ego.
Cool.
It was nice on the ego, but it was humbling that so many people cared and wanted to say hi and were so interested, and that I got to talk to so many people. I met great friends and stuff, and so it was. I've always enjoyed it, but it's been an interesting journey to watch, to see my progression of my Twitch career through the eyes of that convention, or through the experience of that convention. I guess is probably more. So.
All right, hold on. I got to acknowledge my hype train real quick. I'll BRB.
Woot woot.
Sorry, I am crushing chips right now, but that is really cool. I was curious if you do you remember the first time somebody noticed you off stream, in the real world?
That's only happened once.
Really?
Not at where it was not at TwitchCon. I mean, TwitchCon's a little bit different, but I've only ever been recognized and acknowledged once in the normal world, and it was interesting because I was just deer in headlights because it was at my work park and I was in the diner for my work for my day job, and I was there with my coworkers where I'm this completely different person, and not in the zine persona at all, and someone comes up and I'm not expecting, that's not even in my mind at that point. And they're like, "Are you Zine?" And I'll tell you, my coworkers, it was like they had just been given Christmas early. Like they were like, "Oh, we're gonna have fun with this later." Like they were just.
Man.
And I mean, the guy was really cool, and just he's like, I work in this business park too. My wife and I watch you all the time, and I remember the encounter, but it was like I had so much I don't know if it was adrenaline, but kind of that surprise and deer in headlights. I couldn't probably pick him out in a lineup. Because I was just like, hi, thanks, let me, buy you a drink sometime or, whatever. But I was just not, I was not prepared and in the mental space to handle that with grace and aplomb.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only
Grace and a what?
a plum. It's like a fruit, but it's not.
Well, I know what a plum is, but where does that saying come from?
Grace and a
Wait,
plum.
have you never heard somebody use the word a plum before?
Literally never. That was the first time I've ever heard somebody say that.
I feel like I've had so many firsts with you, buddy.
I mean, you guys went through
I hope
college
I was
together.
gentle
That's
enough
fine.
through all of them.
And you know, hey, more power to you. Like, learn about yourself. But anyway, yeah, that's the only time that anyone's ever recognized. Are we done here? Are we going somewhere?
Yeah.
I've just been.
Yeah, I just got a chest.
I've just been jumping around the boat for the last 20 minutes,
I have too.
not knowing what our plan was.
We just sail and chat, man. You
That's
just
cool.
enjoy the company. It's excellent.
That's cool. I'm not in any way like I wasn't bored. I just wasn't achieving anything because I was aimless.
Ooh, all right. We're gonna go. Actually, I'm gonna go with the wind here, and turn us to the right.
Yeah, keep turning right because if you keep going straight, you're gonna go off the map.
I'm gonna be honest though. I don't know that I could tell you the literal definition of a plum. Like, I know the phrase, and I know the like grace and aplomb, like handling it with grace and dignity and
Confidence.
confidence. Yeah, but
It's confidence.
okay.
I guess so. Why the plum?
It's all right. So Ryan, it's spelled APLOMB.
Oh, a plum. Oh,
Aplomb.
Okay. It's a synonym for confidence as opposed to the fruit
Yes.
that I was thinking about.
You
Yes.
thought he was like I handled it with grace and
Yeah.
like a plum.
Grace
in
and
hand.
a plum.
Nothing really prepares you for handling an encounter with a fan that you weren't expecting, like a good plum in your pocket
Please tell me that I
and
was
a
not
song
alone
in your
that.
heart. Slightly.
Please
to,
tell me I'm not the only person of all the people that are in
Slightly to
this area
starboard?
right now.
or port, whichever one. Just pick one.
All right.
Yeah.
I love Zine using the technical
Still-
terms.
still-
It's real snazzy.
Okay, you can straighten out.
We don't need your $10 words in this here chat.
All right.
But I had a so
Turn
one time
this
when I was
bitch to the right, yo.
when I was in graduate school, I wrote a paper one time, and I thought I was going to impress the instructor by using as many big academic words as I possibly could. And when
How'd
I
that
got
work
to the
out
end
for
of
you?
at the end of the paper, the instructor, who I loved very much, wrote in big bold letters with Sharpie, "I really hated reading this. Don't use dime words when nickel words will do."
That works perfectly.
And from then on, I wrote in a way that was a lot more casual.
I love that they wrote I really hated reading this. That's so
He
funny to me.
Yep, he did. He wrote, "I really hated reading this."
That's so funny.
Well, at some point, I mean, it becomes obvious what's happening, right? And then then every time you encounter a dime word, then you're annoyed by it. You get that sensitivity to it almost. Like, oh God, why? Just say boat, you know? You
Right?
don't need to say vessel or you know, like that sort of thing.
Use the 8 crayon box to describe this, not the 64 crayon box.
So I did the same thing when I first started doing therapy, where I tried to like compensate for my young looks and the fact that I was, 22 and not married, but trying to do marriage therapy, where I would try to like use bigger words. And I was in Eugene, and there's like a pretty decent like blue collar community in Eugene, Oregon. Like when you go over to the town next to it, and one of my clients is just like, "Dude, like you don't need to do this. Like we're like just talk like a normal person." I was like, "Oh,
It didn't
Yeah.
contribute to your verisimilitude.
no, it did not." I was like, "Yeah, I should probably tone it back, huh?" He's like, "That would be great. I would really appreciate that." And I was like, "All right, cool."
Verisimilitude, and that's why we killed him, Your Honor, and no one would convict.
I snuck that word into my dissertation.
Is that the fleet galleon over there, or is that a player galleon?
Oop, we got
Oh,
new ships.
a Meg, I know
Or is
that
it a
much.
Meg?
As
Sails
I
up.
fall off the ship, Meg,
That's it.
I'm
Sails
bye.
up, boys.
Wait, hold on. Let's make sure it's a Meg. Okay, yeah.
Definitely is. I don't know what color it is yet, though.
Oh, he's like right here. Don't
Alright,
eat
sail
me.
up.
Don't eat me. Mermaid. Oh,
I
that's
do
a,
think it was an interesting game choice that they made it so the Meg doesn't try to eat you.
that's a big fish.
Yeah. Oh shit. Hello, blue one. The great blue one.
Blue and the Great.
Tell your white brethren to come fight us. I want to kill the white one
You like to rephrase?
with its peach tips.
Whoa.
It's frosty tips. Zine, you ever have frosty tips in your life back in the 90s?
Who was cooking pork?
Oh, sorry about that. That pork is
alright.
done. That pork is done.
Yeah, it's good. I caught it just in time.
Just in
I
time.
just have one question.
I am the worst at cooking in this. I'm the worst at cooking in general, but man, yeah, that's a common thing. Where is this fish?
I can
don't see
hear
it.
it, but I don't see it. Oh, back. Oh, it's running away again.
What?
It's
What is with
behind
these
us.
little bitches running away?
It's behind us and it's running away. Let's
Turn this boat.
nice slow turn here.
Even lost the sound.
We'll get them.
Zine, what do you call the carbonated drink that's full of sugar that typically comes in a can or a fountain?
Well, it depends. Am I in the South? Do I want to call it pop? Or am I in the Northeast where I call it soda?
Well, you got those backwards.
Or okay, or cola. I got myself a cola.
pop.
I just
I
call
don't
it
even
probably soda.
No one calls it pop down here. That's a Yankee thing. Not even a Yankee thing actually. It's just Brian's part of the country.
I like my part of the country. Sometimes. Oh.
Where even is he? There he is.
Got him once. Nice. Here
He's
we
gonna
go.
turn on us.
My cat does not like this. Oh well.
He doesn't like, yeah, he doesn't seem to ever like Meg.
Ow.
Oh, yeah, big ow. I need food, so I'll patch while I'm down here. Never mind. Jared's got it. Good. I'll bail.
Wait, do you call your bubblies pop or do you just call them bubblies?
Small bubblies.
I'd ask what specifically is bubbly. I know bubbly is. Oh yeah, carbonated water.
In water, yeah.
The Pepsi version of LaCroix. Which I started drinking over a year ago now.
Hello.
Oh boy. Nice.
Stop. Be gone,
stuff,
foul
gentlemen.
beast. He's down.
No more.
All right, left side.
Take that opportunity to
Roger,
grab some
Roger.
more cannonballs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to hit him. Load him up over here. Come on, buddy. Oh.
Over
I
the
jerked
hole.
Up at the last second. That was not good.
He's out of range.
Here we go.
Nice.
Dead.
All right,
Yeah.
let's turn this bad boy to the left.
To the left.
Hunter of the Hungering One.
Oh, you got the combination?
Yeah.
Nice.
Is the blue? Is that what the blue one's called?
I think so. And then the black one's the Shadow Maw,
Shadow
I think.
Maw. And then there's yellow's the ancient one. I don't know which one the purple or Mishra. I don't know which one purple is, but then what is the white one?
We should be able to find out in the rat menu.
The elusive one?
Hunter's
Oh, ye
Call.
elusive one. Purple is Crested Queen.
Whoa, really? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That stuff floating up yet?
Yep, it's here. It's at me.
Did I not turn it enough?
Yeah, I'll turn it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the wheel was turned a wee bit, which is why we got you in range. Is that better?
As yours. Actually, no, we're not in range. We have to go to him.
All right. I'll just let it down just a smidge.
Yeah, turn us to the left before you let it down.
We're going real slow.
What you clowns doing
slow.
over there?
What?
I said, what you clowns doing over there?
Clowning?
All right.
Apparently.
I got
Oh,
from
good.
you.
I got a shark out here for with me too. I got
All
two
right,
sharks.
You can stop here. This is fine.
All right. Sails are up. We're trying to do the balloon animals you taught us.
I mean,
I couldn't.
oh, we're getting
Aw.
instanced.
Switch. Yep.
Ugh.
The white megalodon is the shrouded ghost.
Ah, that's right. What? Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, it always does that.
That was weird. It took me under the water. I'm gonna turn this again because that was weird.
I put
Yeah.
megalodon meat on. Takes a while to cook, so should be okay.
Two
Ghost me new
minutes.
ghost.
Takes 2 minutes.
Here, you spear and I'll grab,
Yeah,
or vice versa.
that works. Wait,
Crumbopulus
no more
just
turn. No more turning.
we're not. At least I thought we weren't. Crumbopulus just fell asleep by the wheel.
Yeah, we are.
You-
Turn
We're
us,
we're
us to the right.
turning ancient bone dust.
What do you say, Crumbopulus? Look at him.
Right, please. Right,
Sorry, I was admiring your cat.
Ryan. Right.
Sorry. I always get so distracted by kitties.
Yeah, we're definitely not doing phrasing anymore, huh?
Show me your kitty, I'll do just about anything.
Wow.
I'll even
I think
make
that's
fur.
it.
Yeah. I always thought it was weird when people called like a collection of money a kitty.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never-
poker.
never had that.
I don't know that I've ever heard that.
Oh, really? You never heard people saying like putting money in the kitty?
Yeah, it's a poker term.
Oh, it's a poker term.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
To me, that just sounds too close to like putting money in the prison pocket. Like Like, okay, you put
Okay.
your money wherever you want it, but I don't know why you're telling me about it.
Oi. All right, we're gonna go to that sea post because we got a shitload of meat to sell.
Most of it's not cooked
Oh,
though.
yeah.
You know. Watch us get attacked by something crazy on our way there.
Something crazy. Is that done? That looks kind of done.
Is it brown?
Yes. And it's stacked with the other ones that are done, so I'm guessing done. All
That
right,
would be
down.
done.
1:11 a.m. Cooking begins.
Yes, indeedy.
Life without a job has been weird. For one, I found that I just can't stay on the boat. But it's like at the end of the weekend, I still have this like I don't know if it's Pavlovian or what feeling. Like, oh man, the weekend's over. I got to get back to it, and yet there's nothing I'm different about the end of the weekend or like a Monday versus a Sunday, other than just the feeling and that perception.
You've got a long time of conditioned response
Yes.
to that. You can break up people's patterned responses into various time frames, like weeks and like months and year, and it's pretty fascinating how your body will make associations based on its understanding of time and space. So that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, I've been out of work for a while and I still have that like weird Like, oh, it's Monday. Time to make the donuts. When really, all I'm doing is eating the donuts.
All right. 13 means this is almost done.
Let's go. Take these bad boys in, huh?
So one unfun thing is that my work's retirement plan, for various reasons, they had a match, which is nice.
Yeah.
But for various reasons, it was a unqualified or non-qualified retirement plan, which basically means that as long as I stay at that company, then the money goes in tax-free and it all works the way you expect it to, like a 401k. But if I separate in some way, voluntarily or otherwise, then it just pays out, and if I separate voluntarily or involuntarily prior to retirement, then it just pays out, but at full tax liability, so 40%.
Ooh.
And so I talked to my
Wow.
CPA and was like, is there anything I can do to mitigate that to some extent, or minimize, anything to do to, and he was like, nope. That's
Oof.
just income, 40% off the top if you want to, if
Oh
you.
my god.
And I was just like, that hurts. That hurts.
That is brutal.
And then it's going to, it's going to take some discipline and stuff to put it back in and make sure that I keep it as pure retirement and not, because it's like, well, look, I just got all this money, and it's like, yeah, it was mine and I was saving it for later. So don't-
Right.
Yeah.
maybe not, consider it available at this point, but instead try and keep it to where it's, for later.
The way they penalize that stuff is rough, man.
Yeah.
It really is. It's like almost borderline racket. My parents went through my parents were kind enough to pay for my sister and I's undergraduate degrees, and they had to dip into their retirement to do it. And my
Oh.
dad was waiting as long as he possibly could, because apparently when you turn 59 and a half, it changes the amount of percentage that you
Uh-huh.
get jacked with when you pull that. And when 2008 happened, they were like, oh shit, and had to pull early and got screwed. And it was like, it's just so crazy the way
rough.
that you get nailed for that when that happens. So
Yeah. After, I just kind of roughly estimated, and I wasn't completely conservative, but I wasn't completely open on what I was going to get for taxes for this last year. It was my first, not my first year, but my first kind of full year of
Oh
just
crap, we're selling away. We have
it-
more meat.
it's we
shit.
just. Oh, I didn't turn the sales, or okay. That's
was
just
my bad.
That's just
I
Ryan
thought
doing
we
what
were
Ryan
done.
do.
Don't worry, Zine. I would never blame you. I know it's Ryan.
I'm the worst. The worst.
But I had expected a fair amount of pain come tax season, but I was not expecting the sheer amount of pain come tax season. I was like,
Yeah, no
holy
kidding.
balls.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd been saving like 25% and going, I'm being pretty fiscally responsible here, no problem. And then it turns out, my CPA is like, yeah, no, because of this and this and this, you land where you aren't making enough money to get any of the, you have money discounts where people stop paying taxes because they've got so much money. But
gotta love that.
yeah, but you're making enough that you don't get any of these discounts for not making money either. So you're pretty much just the max bracket. You're gonna want to
Oof.
save in the future 35% on 35% for federal and 5% on state. And I was like, okay.
It's the master's degree of tax brackets.
Yeah. Again, it's to one hand, you're like, well, I'm fortunate to be in a position to be in that tax bracket, but on the other hand, it's like, come tax season, I'm not so fortunate about it. It's,
I'm walloped.
There's pros and cons.
Indeed.
So,
Yeah, man. God, your advice about getting a CPA a long time ago, I don't even know if you remember that, was a lifesaver for me, man.
Good. Yeah.
That changed my life. I was like, I am so happy to pay a little bit for you to deal with all this.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is so far beyond my pay grade and understanding of the way the world works.
I mean, my CPA is not terribly cheap, but it's like in the scope of all those expenses and everything going on tax in a
God.
year's worth, it's like a nothing, you know? So it's like,
Yeah.
this is absolutely, completely worth it. And did you want to avoid the island? Were you trying to avoid the island?
No, there was a cannonball preloaded, so I had to unload it first.
Oh. 'Cause I was
so my
like,
timing was off.
I was like, wow, that's you forgot to account for wind on that one.
yeah, no, I had to take a preloaded cannonball out.
Can you imagine if you had to take wind into account on this game when you launched
I mean,
yourself? That would be like
It's
incredible.
already weird enough with the cannonballs and even with your gunshots, so you have to account for inertia so much.
Yeah.
Like, motion is huge when trying to snipe.
Anytime we talk about sniping, it's breaking my.
I know, dude. You had a hell of a snipe last night, though. Jared saved us from having everything stolen by one sloop while we were on a galleon by hitting the most
Hi guys,
ridiculous
I just want to
no-scope.
know that I appreciate you
It wasn't
being
a
here,
no-scope,
and
but it was
I
the most
realize
ridiculous shot.
we're kind of just chilling
No,
and
that was
stuff,
a no-scope.
but I just appreciate you
would've
all
extra streamed there. That
hanging
would've
with
been
me
the
and
end of my career.
being
it.
my
We're
friends
out.
and
Yeah,
companions
that's,
through it.
Done.
Book it.
That's a wrap. By the way, I'm pretty sure I'm going toward the outpost, but yeah. I am.
Also, somebody just turned in at the Reaper's hideout. They just turned in the chest, and we passed by kind of the Reaper hideout, so somebody might chase after it.
All right.
Is that Zine who just shot himself?
Yeah.
Wow, I could hear that all the way over
Ramsey,
here.
no, Jared, that was Ramsey's ghost. I don't know who Zine is, but I
That's
do know
a good
who
one.
I know who Ramsey's ghost is.
We hadn't gotten Ramsey's ghost before tonight.
Moonlit Chanty.
You, one of you got the same name as what Troy had yesterday, and that was confusing for a little bit.
I would have thought they would have put more random names in this game. I'm
Yeah.
actually really surprised at how few there are.
Same.
It's Umbra.
Come, I don't bite.
Ooh.
Oh, tattoos, which I have all of, so thanks.
Seek wonder and truth. Always.
I need to get my guy tatted up.
I thought you do have tattoos.
I kind of do, but I don't like them.
Yep. Man, what if you could swap out your tattoos in real life with a video game? My goodness. What a life.
What
Kind
a
of
life.
interesting.
I mean, you
know
can't. It
if
just
I would-
involves a lot of burning involved.
I don't know if I would do that.
Knowing how I am just with like accessories, I would. I love my tattoos that I have now. Like, don't get me wrong, they're fantastic. But like, if I could switch sleeves like every 2 years, I probably would.
There's a documentary on Netflix about I think I've mentioned this before on stream, but about this guy who was a
Hi, everybody.
neo-Nazi.
Hi, I'm
and
Zine.
He,
Welcome, Green
and he
Factory. I hope
was,
you're having a
like,
nice night.
skinhead and stuff, and he had all these,
I don't know what this-
crazy, horrible.
This
tattoos
conversation
all
went
over his
weird
face
right
and
as you guys
stuff.
got here, but
And he
hello.
did this documentary about his process of being reformed from being in that and getting all of those tattoos removed off of his face and stuff. And it was truly fascinating. Like, that dude had seen so much awful stuff and had
His
been
name's like
through-
Chris something or something like that, right?
But
I
hello.
forget his name, but
Hi,
he
thanks
was
for coming
like,
over,
you know,
Green. I
I've done
appreciate
the
you.
unthinkable with pain and just all this shit.
I'm just chilling on
And
Sea
then
of
he
Thieves.
was
We're just
like,
hanging out.
and he was like doing the face
with Dr. Mick
tattoo
and his friend
removal,
Jared.
and he was like crying.
And
Like, he was like, "This is the most."
They're
horrible
both
pain I've ever
they're both
experienced in my
licensed
life."
therapists,
And he
and
was like,
I'm just the idiot along for the
Just
ride.
really struggling
But
with
we
it.
talked
it was,
mental
it was
health and
amazing
all
to
that.
listen him talk about it, and like he was basically trying to do it so that obviously he could not have those racist tattoos on him anymore, but also so that he could go around and be like a speaker and trying to help other people get out of that. And he thought that if he still had all of his skinhead tattoos and stuff, that it would hurt his credibility. So he like went through the pain, and it took a long time. It took way longer than they anticipated it was going to, and like just way more appointments. And he got to the point where he was like dreading getting his tattoos off. It's just absolutely fascinating stuff. Highly recommended to all who are watching. If you're bored one day.
Do you guys have a preference on who we get rep with?
I was actually just gonna say that we're at this outpost and I feel the wall pretty strongly, so I'm about ready to sign off.
And I'm cool with any of them because we're still like in the mid 40s trying to get to 50. So
Yeah.
really any rep anywhere helps.
Yeah.
Oh, you're asking
Yeah,
about the
no, I
emeralds.
know
Oh.
you weren't asking, or you weren't answering the question I asked, but that's okay. You were thinking about you and busy with your thoughts, and sometimes it's just that way, you know, and that's fine.
I know. What can I say?
Oh man, absolutely roasted.
It was yeah, skewered, baby. Just spin me around.
Did you wrong, really? Because I was just gonna say the worst skewers are the ones that are earned. You know, like it's if it had been incorrect, then that's one thing. But I don't know if did you wrong. I'm pointing out
No,
the reality.
I said spin me round, not did me wrong. You didn't do me dirty at all. I
Oh.
did myself dirty.
That chest really only worth 93 gold. Are you kidding me?
Oh man,
That's
that
dumb.
was we were out last night and we actually had some pretty good hauls. And
Ryan. Take that.
we were level 5 emissary reaper like hunting and picking stuff up, and we had gotten like a ship full of booty and everything like that. And we pull up to the reaper's nest and we start dropping off, and you know, I'm just grabbing chests, and it was like the first 3 or 4 things, and we're level 5 is like they were worth like 100 gold each, so we were getting like 250 with the 2.5. Like, you know, we have chests that literally are worth 10,000 gold, and it's like, first things first, let's sell the 250, you know. And it was just like, come on, you know, I mean, purely by accident, but it just worked out kind of amusingly. Well,
Oh man. Don't kill me.
Oh,
oh
no,
God,
Ryan.
what?
In the storage crate is a sapphire ancient scale and a piece of kraken.
Oh my god.
Speaking of Kraken, I think something's burning right now.
If we want,
Ooh, I got it.
If we feel so inclined,
Yes, we are going to sell it.
we can go to the sea post and sell it because it's worth a lot.
Yes.
I will fight through the wall for that.
Yes.
Wow. Way to
You turning that fruit crate?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
wait. That's not what I wanted. This one.
So, I'm gonna look and see, are there any closer sea posts? I don't think there are. I think we have to go exactly back to where we were.
Hey, you know what? We know how to sail. I got a little bit of salmonella. Let's not worry about it. I was trying to cook more megalodon meat and managed to take a bite out of some before I'd cooked it. Just making sure it was pure. And
boy.
so I'm just gonna be over here vomiting if anyone needs me.
Salmonella, barely know her.
I'm gonna cook the
Salmonella.
We do need to cook the kraken, so
Did you put it in the barrel?
it's in the storage crate. Oh, what are we stuck on here?
Just turn us around, Daddy.
Ooh, ooh. Forget the wall.
He's been he's been
Yeah.
invigorated.
Good Lord.
Doesn't take much for him to get that rise.
You want to talk rise? I've never seen anything like it.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
You know, we can sail this without you. You can just go to bed, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, you can get that same feeling out of a magazine.
Well, I kind of got to ask myself here how I want to spend the next 5 minutes. And I'm thinking it's going to
What are you
sea
gonna do with the
post.
extra 4.5 minutes?
Do it again.
Round 2, baby.
We-
I didn't realize our flag was still flying, but there it is.
Which flag?
The one that you have at full mast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, this has been bitten, so
The,
it's
the,
not.
the SV Chubby is going south. I mean, the SV Banana Bugatti is
SV
going
Chubby.
southeast.
SV Chubby. What is this conversation right now?
Odd time for me to bring this up, but for some reason that did remind me. Happy Pride, everybody.
Happy Pride. Hey, I mean, we're running. I put up the pride flag for us.
Yeah,
did.
that's yeah. The flag conversation is what reminded me, and I forgot to say it at the top of stream again. But yeah, happy Pride.
Happy Pride. That's right. Happy Pride. Oi.
Be your best self.
The SB Chubby celebrates Pride.
SV though, I'm impressed by that a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah,
know
we-
I know it was us who had the conversation, but I'm just impressed you remembered it.
Oh, absolutely. Steel trap, my friend.
Oh, is it now? Is it?
I remember anything you say to me, Daddy.
Uh-huh.
Oh God.
We need to go to a trading post, right? Or a sea post.
Trading post and sea post, they both work.
Okay. I mean, we're split between two, so might as well just keep going this direction.
We got a wee bit of a billow here. Speaking of, have you guys ever heard me sing?
Yeah, we heard you in the brig, remember? For like an hour?
Ryan, if you sing again, you have to do Twitch sings.
I mean, I'll do
Those are the
Twitch sings
rules.
with you.
I know, Zine, I admire that you do that. All who do Twitch things, I admire.
It took a long time. Like, it took a lot of encouragement from some specific friends and really kind of, you're going to want to keep turning.
Yeah. Hard
but
way.
but they really pushed, and kind of like I first did it on their stream and while I wasn't live, and then eventually while I'm live, and you know, but so it's not that big of a deal for me now, but it was very much keep turning to port or to starboard, one of the two, but keep
Going
turning to starboard, but
starboard.
go straighten out,
Threading this needle.
straighten, port.
Oh, we are. Don't worry. I'm just.
Okay, you're on your own. I don't want anything to do
Zigzagging.
with this.
You just bail out of the ship.
Not by intention, but nicely done. You made it. You made it.
That. Look at that.
Like
That's
a
like
glove.
expert. If there was a regatta, we'd do it a lotta.
Man, you're gonna sleep good tonight, buddy.
I'm gonna sleep soundly.
You've had a big day. A big day.
My first stream, I would
Dark
say, is a
Angel, thank you for the
success.
17 months.
I don't know how many people can
Goes,
say that
thank you for
they
the
had
gifted sub to
Xenomon
Green
for their
Vector.
first stream.
Green, thank you again for coming over. And everybody who came over with Green. I'm Zine, if you don't know me. I play with several of the actors and really love the entire group.
Just so everybody
and
knows,
then,
because everybody's.
I do a lot of
no, I
different
will not
variety
do
stuff.
things. My voice is terrible. It's not about courage. It's about me knowing my audience, and that they'd hate every bit of it. You think you'd like it, you wouldn't like it.
Oh.
I just love that you're still staring at your forehead.
Always. I see something new every time. I, I just, man, I can't get enough of your getup. Like, I want to know who Ramsey is, because the ghost is fabulous.
Oh, wow.
Are you watching out for the sea post?
Yeah, dude, right in front of us. Let's get those sails up.
It
I'm
is right in
fishing.
front of us. You know what? This is our
I'm gonna
last
fish and
stop.
ride.
We don't need to sail nothing. We're full speed ahead.
Did we cook the Kraken?
Yeah, I have it in my pocket.
Nice.
It's got
Check if there's any more meat in the barrels, though. I can't remember if I got it all.
Where are you going?
I am swooping us in.
He's like, don't worry, Chad. I'll get us there eventually. Don't worry, I got us.
Nice. Skeet Skeet, what do you think, buddy? Do you think we did all right? I think so. Uncle Zine's got us.
I got you. I got you.
You happy to see Uncle Zine? Absolutely. Uncle Jared's down in the water. He's so excited.
That's
So
close
great.
to that
Oh,
cat.
hit me.
Nice. All right.
Look at all that money.
You do it. Wow, that thing was only worth 450. I really thought.
Nice jump.
Whatever, that it was going to be worth more than that, but.
Yeah, that was a terrible jump. Yeah.
Well.
Let's see. Oh, there's meg meat down here. There's an uncooked meg meat. I'm gonna throw this on the grill.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go sell the rest.
All right. Skillet it up, baby. I'm gonna go turn this pork chop in
Okay.
so that
You-
I can make some pork chop
You
sandwiches.
let me know how that pork chop goes.
Pork chop sandwiches.
I didn't realize you could sell the pork. I thought it was like, okay.
Yeah, all the meat that you cook, you can sell to that guy.
Yep. Oh, I already bought the stuff that chick had. What am I doing?
Oh, what does she have today?
Oh, she has a drum that's pretty cool and a clock.
Is it the bone one?
No, it's like this brown drum.
Mm.
I don't know where Grumbopulus is. Where's Grumbopulus?
He was
he
on the
was-
dock last I saw.
Yeah, he's with me because I'm off the boat.
Oh, Grumbopulus.
All right, I'm gonna go check.
Hey, buddy.
I'm gonna go check her deals. It's fine.
I'm gonna hold Grumbopulus.
Huh? Oh,
This is a
oh.
cat. Oh boy. Nice.
We got ourselves a rhythm.
Okay, okay.
Got about a minute left on this meg, if I had to guess.
I don't feel so good.
Green zine on me. I'm glad I can. I'm glad I can figure out what off tune you're gonna be in. Oh. Oh my goodness.
Just dump that in her lap.
She's just unfair. Good thing she has that bucket there.
And her
Sir,
prices are going up every time I do. They're just.
She just called the manager, sir. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I made you puke with my puke. It's
Really?
pukeception. Yeah, no, you puked because of my puke.
Yeah, that actually is a mechanic in the game.
Awesome. Zine.
What?
Oh, I don't have any. I
Cheers.
don't have any beer.
I don't have
Kinda
any either.
cheers
Let's
and-
go get some more. Come on, it's this way. The boat's
get
this
wasted.
way. The boat's that. Why is the boat is supposed to be rocking, not the dock?
This is just gonna derail itself
Why is
right
the
here.
why is the dock boating?
Great question.
It's over here.
ahead
It's
and get-
over here.
Oh baby, here's Zine. Cheers.
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 Cheers to
To
you.
you, buddy.
Here's
No, to you.
no.
No.
I insist here. Okay, to me.
No,
Clear
no,
drink up.
Cheers to you.
Oh my gosh.
It's good.
No.
Listen, that
oh.
you're that like, you know,
Okay,
you get drunk faster if you take it from the other end.
Gene, listen, Gene.
Yeah,
Gene,
yeah.
listen. So I got asked what the psychology,
Oh, fire!
what the psychology is of why we puke when other people puke. Gene, I need.
Why is it? Hang on, there's fire but the drink.
I'm trying to answer the question.
You're trying to answer the question. All right, go ahead. I'll listen to your answer.
Puke. Oh God! So the reason we puke when other people puke is because when you puke, it's a sign of nausea. Which when you're in evolutionary times, you remember those times, Zine? I think you're old enough to remember those times.
Hey.
Ooh, sick burn.
Wow.
That there was these times where there were evolutionary times where if somebody puked, there was a good chance it meant that maybe they ate a little poison thing that they weren't supposed to eat. And so when they ate the thing, if somebody else thought they might have also ate the thing, then their brain would say, I ate the thing, and then they would puke because then they were safe. And so that's why when humans puke because other humans puke, it's it's because puking is a social puke thing when you think you ate a thing you didn't.
So
Oh my
is
God.
puke a social construct?
Puke is.
Hey,
Oh my God. I
Jared.
don't even know what. Oh my God.
Jared,
Yep.
I brought you this bucket.
Oh.
Jared, I brought you.
I
brought
brought
you-
you this bucket. It's of me to remember me by.
Everyone go away. I'm about to catch a trophy.
Oh wow, that
Jared,
thing's gorgeous.
Right?
The world stopped moving,
Fire.
so I'm fine. Yeah, the ship's on fire. Don't worry about it.
Oh my God. Oh boy. Jared, that's a cool fish you got in there. It'd be a shame if I ate it off the line.
Oh my god.
It'd really be a shame if I cut the. Ugh.
You cut the.
Okay.
Ugh. Is that the cheese or what? The
If you
fish
cut
is
this
radioactive.
freaking line-
Can you actually cut the line?
I don't know, and I don't want to find out.
I'm trying.
Zine.
What?
Hey, Zine.
Yeah,
You want to come out here and help me get this fish off Jared's line?
you're a fish off Jared's line.
You're a shut, Zine. Zine. Oh my god, it hurts. Oh god. Oh my god.
Is everything
yeah.
hurt?
Oh.
Point at the monster where it hurts.
Guys, the boat is sobering. God, hangovers. You just when you're 30, they just don't land the way they used to. You know.
They hit different, that's for sure. That's for sure.
You'd say it slaps
I-
different.
No, it hits different. That's what I said. Because that's what I said.
You say beautiful things, Zine. God, I feel better
You're-
now that I'm sober.
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Wow. He just went full James Blunt on us, guys.
That's true. I saw your face in a crowded place.
And I said
We
that
used to-
I should be with you.
We used to sing at the top of our lungs in the car in high school.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was great.
Fire!
High school.
Fire!
Oh boy. I'm
Fire!
See ya.
Fire!
Okay. I'm glad we got that Ruby Splashtail in.
I mean, you know, one for the road, right?
One for the road. That's right. God, Zine, you're too hot, man. You're
Fire!
getting me hot.
Okay,
Oh,
you guys have been a delight. You all have yourself a lovely evening and go get some rest. Thank you for having me along tonight. I appreciate you.
Oh man, it was a pleasure, Zine. It always is.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you joined us, dude.
Me too. I have fun with you guys, so thanks for having me.
Absolutely, friend. We'll talk soon.
All right, bye-bye. Bye, Jared.
Later, man.
All right, chat. We're giving this the old Viking goodbye, and you know, finishing up on everything. I hope you all had fun. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Tonight was a little bit more chill. We had our kind of a little bit more, I don't know if intense is the right word, but you know, our more traditional stream earlier, and then we kind of just chilled for the second half of the night. And I hope you all enjoyed. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you guys have made it through the struggles that you've encountered in life. And just remember, anytime you start getting mean to yourself, remember that you have kicked 100% of the problems in your life that you've encountered thus far. You know, there might be still a few out there that you've got to handle, but so far you're batting 100. You've made it this far, and that's pretty badass. So don't be mean to yourself. Give yourself the respect and the credit that you deserve, and know that I appreciate you and that you have a home here as long as you want to. So I'm going to, I don't know if there's anywhere to go for us, but we'll see if we have a destination. In the meantime, should be back tomorrow, hopefully with Red Vector, maybe even Blue Vector. I've heard tale that he sometimes joins on Mondays like he's used to, but I haven't seen any evidence of it, so I don't know yet whether that's how it actually be. But regardless, that should be at 7 p.m. Pacific, and that's 8, 9, 10 p.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. UK time. So jump in with us there. Let's see. Who do we have here? I think I don't none of my friends are on except for Dr. Mick, who's obviously going to be finishing up. But I think that I recognize this name, and if nothing else, we'll try out someone new. So go say hi to Shamanam for me. I don't know them, but I think I recognize their name. And let's go see what they're about and whether they're a fun and exciting person or if we go whoops. But usually we meet for new friends and stuff. Love you guys. Have yourself a lovely evening, and I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. Thank you again. Good night.